everybody. It is the Mike Missanelli Show, and what a day of sports talk radio we should have today. The Philadelphia Phillies and Dave Dombrowski pulled it off, grabbing, I think, the best arm that was available to them, the guy that fits the best, Yohan Duran. And I'm going to tell you something, what I feel right now, okay? I know a lot of people think they're not done, and a lot of people think they're still not a contender until they do something else. I do believe right now that with this deal, the Phillies are good enough to get to the World Series and possibly win the World Series because I think the American League is weak. This was the link that they needed to close out the chain, and I get it. You're not happy about left field and at times center field. I totally get it. But every lineup of a good team has a hole in it or two. And the Phillies, with their starting pitching and the depth that this guy now gives to their bullpen as you're coming down the home stretch of a season, to me, is enough. I don't care if they add another guy. I'd be delighted if they did, if it was somebody that could help. I don't believe there's anybody out there that would significantly help them as far as that right-handed bat in the outfield. This is an absolute home run of a deal because here's the thing. You can't lament the loss of one of these prospects. You have no idea how Mick Abel is going to pitch in the big leagues if he gets a chance. He's been so erratic. I don't trust him. I think he's going to be one of these erratic guys his whole career. I don't think he's ever going to be an ace. And with an 18, 19-year-old catcher, I mean, you're talking about a kid 4 years away from reaching the big leagues if he does. This is an absolute flat-out steal to get a guy who averages 102 with his fastball and is under team control. It's amazing to me that they pulled this off. I said yesterday I had a feeling that they weren't going to be able to do anything. And here is the home run deal of home run deals. They get Yohan Duran from the Twins. And now their bullpen has a little depth. There's their bullpen now as you're coming down the stretch. And I'm including Alvarado in that because he's going to be a part of it in the regular season. So right now, you got Duran, Alvarado, Kerkering, power arms, Strom, Robertson, Banks as guys who can locate and get people out. And Jordan Romano gets bumped down to number 7. All right? He's a guy that will only get you out of the 6th inning. For 7, 8, and 9, you got Alvarado, Kerkering, Strom, Robertson, Banks, and Duran finishing it. Now, the question is, will Rob Thompson use him as the regular closer, or will he match up arms? I think with a guy like this, it would be foolish to match up arms. And you look at the 9th inning and go, there's a couple left-handers up, I'm going to use Stromy. You can't think that way anymore. He said that he's going to be the closer. We'll see if he does that. My sense is that he'll tinker with matching up guys until the end of the season as we get through September. Now, is one guy enough? I'm okay with it. I know a lot of people won't. Probably my producer, Ray Dunn, is not in favor of just one guy, but we also have to consider what the Mets did. They improved their bullpen also. But in Vegas, the Phillies have become the division favorite. I trust Vegas. So whatever the Mets did was not as good as what the Phillies did, according to the odds makers. Ray, is one guy enough for you?
I still want to see them address this lineup. I still want to see a bat get in here today in the outfield. As for what they did in the bullpen, I'm good. I don't need another mid-range reliever. I mean, if today they ended up going at an arm, I'm not going to hate it. But when they say they're done in the bullpen, you went out and you got the premier, preeminent closer on the market, and you did it at a fraction of the cost that during pretty much this entire stretch we expected it to cost you.
I mean, really, is there anybody out there that thinks they paid too much? Seriously.
Oh, there are. Not here.
I can't believe that anybody could look at this deal who knows anything about this Philly team and say that was too much to pay for a guy who's under control, throws 102. I sit here and I laugh at that. Seriously. Mick Abel and Eduardo Taid, okay, maybe they got a chance to be something down the road. I don't know. It's so total speculation on what they could possibly do in the major leagues. This guy is a known commodity at a position that you absolutely had to have. I'm stunned by it. I really am.
Last night, I was with my friends. This was happening, and the wait for the return. They said 2 top prospects. I was like, all right, well, let's just assume one of Miller or Crawford probably gone, and maybe another top 5. The fact that it was Abel and Tait that get this done is tremendous. It's tremendous work from Dombrowski. I mean, he stared down the Twins, and he was able to win that stare down. The Twins do get some upside here. They get a couple of prospects that could eventually be something for you. Tait, whatever he ends up becoming, a lot of people high on him, but he's a couple of years away. And Abel, I'm sure they'll be able to turn him into a mid-rotation guy for them for the next couple of years. But for the Phillies, you have 2.5 years now with one of the best closers in the sport under team control. He has some of the best stuff of any reliever in all of Major League Baseball, and you're going to have that to anchor the back end of your bullpen, and it makes conversations beyond this season a lot easier for you when you start talking about how does this bullpen shake out. It's a tremendous move for them to make any time, but especially right now at the deadline. This clubhouse was talking about how they wanted to see something happen. The spirit in there, the spark inside of that clubhouse, knowing that you're getting a guy like Duran, has to be just through the roof right now.
Absolutely in the clubhouse. But how about outside the clubhouse? Can you imagine the buzz that's going to happen? You have a legitimate closer. I mean, the only thing that I can compare it to is when Billy Wagner used to come in and he used to look at the scoreboard to see if he hit 100. This guy is going to hit 100 regularly, but the anticipation of him coming in the 9th inning is going to be something really special. And I believe he's got a walk-in song, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
What's the walk-in song? Can we play that later today?
We can play that for you. We got the walk-in song. So we can play that for you.
All right, we'll play that a little later. But right now I want to hear from Dave Dombrowski. He said they paid a tough price, but this deal made sense. But it made sense. You didn't have to give up Justin Crawford, and you didn't have to give up Aiden Miller. Makes sense. Or Painter. Makes sense. It's a steal. Here's Dave Dombrowski 1.
Well, I mean, we like quite a few closers or quite a few relievers. There weren't very many available as time went on. Some of the other organizations decided to not make some moves, so we just thought he was the best guy out there, really, is what it came that was available to be acquired. A lot of clubs have been talking about if we were going to acquire their closer, that they were asking for Andrew Painter. We decided that we weren't going to trade Andrew in this trade, and so we felt this was a deal that we got a dominant closer for a tough price, 2 good players, but something that we think where we are makes sense.
Makes sense. He's low key in this. I guess the general manager doesn't want to gloat, but so yesterday we talked to Jason Stark. Jason Stark didn't mention Duran's name, right?
He did. He said it was going to be tough. He thought it was going to take Painter.
He zeroed in on Ryan Helsley, and he thought that would make the most sense because it's a player they would want to re-sign. Well, the Mets reached out, they got him, right? But this is just so beyond my expectations. There's no way that I thought they'd be able to pull this off. And he says he's not done talking to teams, which gives you fuel. I at this point, listen, this is the way I look at it. That starting staff keeps the score down. Your offense has to score. They're not stressed to score a lot of runs when you have a starting staff, and now you've condensed your bullpen to get outs in the 7th and 8th inning, and then bring the closer in. I think the Phillies can win a lot of games, and it's not necessarily urgent to add another bat. I think they can win it with this lineup.
To take what you said in 2 parts here. Right now, you're looking for 6 outs. Pretty much, because I believe the starting pitching on this team can get you through 6 innings. Maybe a Ranger start in a game 3, you're looking at 5, and maybe you're looking for 9 outs there. But you are looking single-digit outs at this point because you believe that this starting staff can take you 5 to 6 innings in a postseason scenario, and you know that Duran is going to be the guy for the 9th. You are looking for the 7th and 8th. And you have enough options within that bullpen to cover those middle innings and to get those 6 outs for you. Like, that's what this trade did for you. It solidified inning 9 when you've already felt pretty good about innings 1 through 6 with this rotation. To the other end of that, I'm still looking for the right-handed bat because I still have a Max Kepler problem.
Okay, I got a Max Kepler problem, too. What I'm saying is there's always going to be a hole in a lineup. That's their hole. Now, they have to score enough runs to benefit their pitching staff that can carry them home. That's the way I look at it right now. So while I would welcome another guy, I don't really think it's that necessary. But let's hear from Dombrowski saying he's not done talking to teams for offensive help. Number
Would
5.
you see yourself getting any kind of offensive upgrade before 6 p.m. tomorrow?
Well, we're not done. So, I mean, we're not done talking, and the deadline's not over. We'll just see what ends up happening. I really don't know. They're tough to acquire, too, right now. So we have to kind of just see what happens tomorrow, really.
All right. Well, I don't know who it could be. We have a list of guys that it could be, and we'll talk about them as the day goes on. But this is a reaction day, folks. The Phillies went out and did something that I believe can get them into the World Series. I wasn't confident of that before they made this deal when this deal broke, and it broke during the rain deadline or the rain delay. So, that was gave them some time to work the phones, right?
I think it was, well, yeah, I guess they were doing it during the rain delay. They probably knew. We found out, I think, right as the game got started.
Yeah, so during the rain delay, the phones were burning up, and the Twins finally said yes.
I loved that viewing of the perfect season during the rain delay. I watched the full video yearbook. It was a wonderful thing.
And you read the perfect season as well, right? During that time.
No, I did not read
you did not read the
perfect
perfect
season.
season?
No, unlike your old cohort there, I don't have the book.
Oh.
I would read if I had the copy of the book.
I will get you a copy of the book. 610-632-0975. This show is for you today. It really is. It's for all the Philly fans out there. We'll go to the text board. We'll get our phone calls. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. The Phillies are a World Series contender, folks. Mike Missanelli Show back after this.
Eagles quarter.
Yes, sir, Duran. I'd be okay with him walking into Duran. Please don't tell me now. Duran. I was a big Duran fan, and I'm now a Duran fan. So there you go. Duran. So when he comes out and he strikes out the first guy, and after the second guy, it's Duran. Right? So if I'm in the announcer, if I'm Tom McCarthy, second strikeout of the inning. Duran. How's that? Does that work for you? No.
We'll send it over.
Too hokey.
Maybe the first time.
What's the text board saying about? I don't know what more to say about this. That I am stunned by it. I really am absolutely stunned that they got this guy for what they gave up.
John from Ardmore here. Wow, finally, a real closer. Thank you, Dave. Then we got another texter here. Phil from Florida on the other side. Yeah, right, guys. Titans were really excited to get Duran. They were so excited they went out and lost to one of the worst teams in baseball 9-3. As a whole, they're mediocre at best.
They didn't get him. They didn't get him before the game. They got, well, I guess they did. But when was it announced? Listen, it's disgraceful that they lost to that Mutt team, and Max Lazar just gave it up. All right? I mean, that's one of the worst outings you could ever have. It's impossible to give up 7 straight hits. It really is. In the big leagues. Like one of those balls that's hit, it got to be caught. 7 straight hits. So, losing the series to the Chicago White Sox is the lowest of low. It's like getting swept by the Pirates that they did earlier this year. But this news today, it has a way of kind of bouncing right off of that for me. Like, I don't even care that they lost to the White Sox yesterday.
Oh, I couldn't be bothered at all by it.
Yeah, it's a loss, okay? It's embarrassing. They shouldn't lose to a bad baseball team like that and get crushed by them, frankly. But, once you find out the news of this and the ramifications of what it does for the rest of the year, it's like, this is like their bullpen is now Campbell's condensed soup with this guy. It condenses everybody else into better roles. All right?
You're right.
Tomato soup. Slap it in the pot, add a cup of water, we're good.
Makes sense.
Make a grilled cheese sandwich and dunk it.
Well, that sounds good. Maybe not in this heat, but overall, sounds good.
All right. Let's get to the phones because Rory in Haddon Township is checking in. Rory, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rory.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Debbie Downer. I'm fine. How's yourself?
Oh, fantastic.
I'm going to play Debbie Downer.
You're going to play Debbie Downer?
Yeah, Debbie Downer. Not about the trade, though. It's about the manager. Now, this is twice within the last 2 weeks. He sat there and let the game get out of hand. Mm-hmm. I would have had Lazar out there after the Rojas tag played because that was 3 in a row. Last week, he let Lazardo stay in there after loading the bases and then walking 2 more guys instead of pulling them. You could tell on TV Lazardo lost his stuff. I'm not even in the dugout. You can tell he lost it. This guy has cost us a lot of games. He might be a player's manager, but I'm disappointed in him for handling pitchers. What do you think?
I think that you're picking on 1 or 2 games where it backfired. Now, last night, he had trust in Lazar. He started to trust him. So he trusted him in that situation. He probably could have gone to Strom in that situation. He did not because he had some trust in Lazar. Well, that trust was lost. He can't use Lazar anymore. That's the end. So I think the guy plays up where he trusts the guy because the guy had been successful, and he trusted him again, and it backfired, and he's going to learn a lesson from it. I don't think it's catastrophic by any stretch of the imagination. I think that he's a good manager, and he's more of a good manager than a bad manager.
I agree. I think he's done a good job with the team since he's been here. I just question the pitching. That's all. And I don't think they're going to get anybody on the trade market now that's a decent back. I think they are, but they are. I don't think they're any of the hitters are going to get.
All right, so even if they don't, even if that's presumed they don't, Rory, this acquisition, what does it do for you as far as your faith in whether this team can win it?
Well, can they make playoffs? Definitely. But one thing the team has done in 3 years is not hit playoff pitching. You're going to remember when they play other teams in the playoffs, they're pitching. We have 3 great starters, but so does the other team they're facing. And they've shown that they don't hit them. So I think the team will be interesting for the rest of the year. I follow them. I want them to win.
Well, I got to ask you this question: who has a better starting staff in the playoffs than the Phillies?
Nobody.
Okay, well, you just answered your question. So they have the edge. The other team has to hit too.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I've seen too many 1-up and 2-0 losses.
But this is a better pitching staff, Rory.
Yeah, I know.
Don't be Debbie Downer here. What is going on? The first call's a downer? This thing is amazing what they did yesterday. You go, Mike, you're getting carried away. No, I'm not getting carried away. What was their number one need? Their number one need was a guy like this, and he exceeded my expectations on the guy they got. I didn't think they were getting a guy of this caliber. And they didn't have to pay the price.
Text line loves it. Text line's all over. We got what a steal, feels like a Howie move. This was a great trade. I didn't think he'd get Duran without giving up Painter. Abel would not make our rotation. Tait is years away. Who knows if he'll reach his ceiling. The only two I would not give up are Painter and Crawford. It's time to DFA Kepler, put Marsh in left, and Crawford in center.
I would have given Crawford to get this guy if they asked. I would have, and I like Crawford.
I assumed he was gone. When they said two top prospects for Duran, I'm like, all right.
Exactly. You would have had to give Abel and one of Miller and or Crawford. They didn't. I don't know how he did it. If I'm the Twins, are you kidding me? You make a deal like this and you don't get Miller or Crawford? Like, if I'm a columnist in Minneapolis or a sports talk host, I'm ripping the hell out of him.
Well, especially when the day starts with him being only available if you're going after Painter, and then you don't get one of the top three. Because that was the report yesterday, was that Painter was what was going to hold them up. I mean, we talked to Jason Stark. It sounded like Jason Stark had the beat on it that at that point, the deal was basically contingent on Painter. They didn't think they were going to do it. Dave Dombrowski said yesterday, over the last couple of days, we didn't think this deal was getting done this way. He won the stare down. I don't know why he won the stare down 24 hours before the deadline.
Why would you, if you're the Twins, you go, no, I'm not doing it for that. Sorry. I'll just keep him. I got him under control 2 more years. I could trade him in the offseason. I could do a lot of things with him if I got 2 years of control. Why would I make this deal? Nah. Sorry, Dave. I know you're savvy, but nah. And they made the deal anyway.
Beautiful thing, Mike. Beautiful thing. We got a texter. Yesterday's trade could end up being a franchise-saving move. One of the best closers in the game under control. Outstanding.
And they've got a 2 more year window because Schwarber's coming back. They're going to sign JT. Maybe they'll give him a 2-year extension. They got 2 more with Wheeler. This is it. This is the era. And you can say all you want about, well, if the era fails, it's going to drop off like a stone off a cliff. Well, maybe. But we got to live for the moment here in baseball. We'll lament later. 610-632-0975. I need to talk to more people who don't think this is a boffo deal. Our first caller of the day, Debbie downed it. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. We're back after this.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies get their flamethrower. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Yesterday, the Phillies acquired closer Yohan Duran from the Twins in exchange for prospects Eduardo Tait and Mick Abel. Duran has appeared in 49 games this season, securing 16 saves and pitching to a 2.01 ERA. The Phillies made it clear yesterday that he will be the team's set closer and that he completes their bullpen plans. In terms of offensive help, Dave Dombrowski yesterday said he is still searching.
Well, we're not done. So, I mean, we're not done talking, and the deadline's not over. We'll just see what ends up happening. I really don't know. They're tough to acquire, too, right now. So we have to kind of just see what happens tomorrow, really.
Tomorrow? Well, that's today, because he was speaking yesterday. We're going to keep you updated all day long with the latest on the Phillies and the trade deadline, including tonight's trade deadline special with Kevin Cooney starting at 6 o'clock. He'll break down everything that happened at the deadline as it relates to the Phillies and across baseball. And in case you forgot, the Phillies played yesterday. So did they. They lost 9-3 to the White Sox. Eagles return to the practice field today in front of the media after a closed walkthrough yesterday. We're 1 week away from the Eagles' first preseason game against the Bengals. Tonight is the Hall of Fame game, if that's something you're interested in. This update's brought to you by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios instant push-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the best Birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
All day, baby. Hungry like the what? Simon Le Bon. Ray, I know you're digging it. John was talking about Bananarama earlier. I was into this new wave situation back in the day. It was a late 80s new wave hit. There was actually a radio station that played all new wave songs in Philadelphia. I think it was called WDRE, I think it was called. They had a DJ named Mel Toxic. Who was actually, his real name was Mel Taylor.
You meet Mel?
But Mel Toxic is cool. For a new wave station, it's a shame you weren't born when Duran Duran was hot.
I can tell you my parents big Duran Duran fans.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I had the Rio album. I played it to death.
As you sent me those songs earlier today, I was like, yeah, this sounds like a soundtrack to a summer like
There you
10
go.
years ago for me in the car.
Duran, Johan Duran. The Phillies get him. And so, again, the bullpen will be from the top. Duran, now Alvarado will factor. Kerkering, Strom, Robertson, Banks. Romano is pushed all the way down. And in the playoffs, the man who replaces Alvarado, Jesus Luzardo. Now, we'll have a little bit of worry. I don't think they'll use him right away in that high leverage situation, but I think they'll trust him eventually. And he'll have to come in a clean inning, and he'll have to not put people on base, but there's another lefty that they can call on in the bullpen to get out a tough lefty.
It just makes everything so much easier.
It certainly does.
Like, of all the options that you had Helsley being the rental. That was the thing with him. Also, the way he's giving up home runs, the velo dip a little bit was something we talked about yesterday, the concern. Bednar had never pitched in a postseason scenario, but had been a closer. You'd be interested to see how that would play out for him. And then pretty much across the board from there, what was available for you were setup guys that you hope would take a step towards being a closer or step towards being a shutdown ninth inning guy that you would want. I like the stuff of Griffin Jacks, but he hasn't done it. Dennis Santana was a name that had been thrown around. He still hasn't done it. This is just such a perfect solution to everything. And the return for him being so much lower than what I could have anticipated, I still can't believe this is a real thing that happened.
I really can't either. It was a stunning development to me. And I'm going, I heard they gave up. That's what they gave up. Listen, Mick Abel, I don't know what to think of him. He's been so up and down. I can't imagine that the Twins salivated over Mick Abel or a 19-year-old catching prospect and did not hold fast. I go, no, I'm not. I will keep him. Like, what was the upside of you making that deal for the Twins?
I think they see the upside in Abel. I think they look at him and like, oh, yeah, we can fix him.
They can put him into rotation next year, I guess. But what's he project, a 3 or 4?
I mean, they have to see him as a potential 2 if they made this deal. I honestly think
see him as a 2.
I don't either. But hey, I want to just say thank you to Mick Abel because after last season, his value had absolutely bottomed out. He was like went from one of the top prospects to someone that probably people around baseball wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. He has the AAA season. He has to open up the year, gets himself up here, flashes a little bit up here, and it's gone back down and look good back down there. Him turning around his career is a very underplayed storyline of the fact they end up with Durant. Like, if he doesn't have the turnaround, they don't end up with this return package for Durant.
I don't understand how another team couldn't have outbid the Phillies what the Phillies gave for this guy. I really got. Let me read this paragraph here that Matt Gelb, who covers the Phillies for the Inquirer, he said the talks between the Phillies and Twins were muddled, Dombrowski said, and it was not until Monday that a path emerged. Still, leading into Wednesday, the Phillies were convinced another club would outbid them. Minnesota softened on its stance with Painter, but wanted Abel in the deal because he's expected to slot into their big league rotation soon, though he'll begin at AAA. The Phillies made their final offer during what became a stressful rain delay for the front office. Members of the front office spread out on the club-level concourse during the delay to take phone calls and decompress. The Phillies had started to canvass secondary bullpen targets. St. Louis' Ryan Helsley was atop their list in terms of rentals. He was traded to the Mets soon after the Phillies landed Duran, but the Phillies had solicited other clubs for non-closer type relievers with years of control. The Duran situation was not certain.
To get Duran, even with the fact that Clase has what happened to him, Bautista goes down, like, this trade package probably exists in a world where there is more closers with club control available. The fact that he was pretty much the sole one out there at his level available and you pulled it off, I don't understand why people are not happy about it today. Like, I know there are a lot of people that are celebrating today, but the people that are disappointed with this deal today, it's almost impossible. Like, you're impossible to please, to be quite frank.
Well, I hope we hear from him today. We got some negative text, too. Twins ownership had a meeting with their front office around 5 p.m. Central Time. So that was 6 p.m. Eastern time, and the Phillies were getting hammered at that time.
About to.
Right?
They were just
They started that game like 4:45 Eastern time, right?
4:45 Central.
Oh, it was Central time they started?
5:45 Eastern.
Okay, so they just started the game. Twins, they reviewed the proposals. The Seattle Mariners were believed to have made a competitive package for Duran. Then less than 20 minutes later, Dombrowski got a call. It was done. I can't imagine that Seattle couldn't have put a better package for grabs for the Twins than what the Phillies did. Maybe I'm shortchanging Abel and Tait. It's possible. I have no idea what Tait could be at that age.
This was something that was written, I think, in The Athletic when they were going over the grades, and I apologize to the writer because I forget who exactly wrote it. Like, there's an idea that sometime down the line, the Phillies could regret this, but the Twins likely won't. And maybe because of where the Twins are at, they won't regret it because they weren't in the midst of
they
something
don't need
they
a
could
closer.
compete. Right.
Yeah,
Or they
at
think that
this
they can
stage.
replace him
Right.
internally.
Mm-hmm. Your boy Jax will replace him.
But looking at this from the Phillies side of things, and if you grade this in the moment with what they needed and what they could possibly get, I really don't think you're going to end up regretting this one. And, I guess record this audio and play it for me in 10 years if Abel becomes something incredible or Tait becomes what people think he can be. What you needed right now and what you were afraid to give up, you have a AAA starter that you see as a part of your future plans. That's not Mick Abel. You have guys that are position players that are on the cusp of Major League Baseball. That is not Eduardo Tait. Ultimately, Tait was not the plan next year to replace JT Realmuto. Abel was not the plan next year to be in the rotation. And the window is right now, and you absolutely needed a closer. I understand that maybe 10 years from now it looks different with the careers that they have, but you grade it in the moment and what you need in the moment. And in the moment, they got exactly what they needed for a fraction of the price we all expected. That's a win. That's a home run.
It's unbelievable. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with some negative texts, and then we're going to discuss who might the Phillies want to add here. And it's coming up on Let's Fake a Deal. This is the last day for Let's Fake a Deal.
I'm going to miss it.
So, so at 11 o'clock, we're going to discuss possible Let's Fake a Deals. Right?
So many different names.
Yes.
Just grabbed every outfielder I could think of.
Exactly. All right, 610-632-0975 is how you get into the show. It is the Mike Missanelli Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
We want to hear from you. So
Daily Show. Girls on film. Duran today, all day long. Every hit they ever had. We're playing it. We're spinning it. We're hitting the post. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. 610-632-0975. All right, let's get back to it. I am shocked that more people do not want to celebrate this with us as far as the conversation goes. I want to have a conversation with people, and you tell me how you're feeling now about this team. I've already said this is enough for me. I think they can pull it off being short a bat. I think they can pull it off playing Max frickin' Kepler in left field. Maybe not Rojas in center, but Max Kepler in left field.
No.
No.
Stop it. Go
I know you hate him. I know everybody hates him. Everybody hates Max Kepler. I get it. You're crossing your fingers. I get it. There's always a hole in somebody's lineup. The Phillies starting staff and their bullpen right now outmatches anybody they could play.
It does. However, when I look at this lineup, the wild inconsistencies from the right-handed side of all of their batters, pretty much, and the fact that Kepler and Stott are not guys I can count on offensively late in the season, I want one more bat. I'm going to be greedy for that bat. And at this point, I don't think I'm asking for them to bring in a two-time MVP. I'm just asking them to get a right-handed bat that gives you a little bit more in this lineup than me watching Max freaking Kepler. That's all I'm asking for.
You're not going to see many left-handers.
Am I not? Can you assure me
there are
that?
fewer left-handers than right-handers?
Well, yeah, statistically speaking, but we're talking about premier playoff pitching. I mean, the Mets went out, got Rogers, and Turner, Castellanos, JT stink against that guy. Like, if I could go out and get another right-handed bat here to try and make things a little bit better for this offense, I still need that today. At 6 o'clock today, I'm still going to be thrilled with the Durant trade. I will be disappointed if there wasn't a bat.
All right, listen. A right-hander against Max Kepler, I know the odds aren't good.
Anyone against Max Kepler
I have to take an out. I put up with outs before in the lineup. I put up with that freaking Rojas.
That's what I'm saying. We've learned that putting up with outs in the lineup is not something
that means
that's
the top
sustainable.
of the lineup has to do more.
How much more can Kyle Schwarber do?
Kyle Schwarber, Harper, Castellanos, Bohm, they all have to do more.
Talking about
Turner.
how great this offense has been over the last X amount of games. They're still 500 team.
But dude, listen to this. Going into the playoffs, you're going to have Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Bohm, Castellanos, JT. Those guys should be able to set enough of a table.
And I lived in a world last year where Bohm was hurt the second half of the year after a great start to his season and ended up being a non-factor.
Can't worry about past performance. You got to live where your feet are, Ray.
Wait a second. Yeah, we absolutely can wait about past performance.
You can't, because one thing doesn't carry over to the next.
I know who these players are. I've watched them now for years.
Doesn't matter. See, they still doesn't mean they're going to carry over and be bad.
Yeah, but
why don't you look at don't they have just as much a chance to get hot as they have to not?
Absolutely, and giving them protection for the guys that won't end up getting hot is getting one more right-handed bat. And again, I'm not asking them to go out and get me an MVP. There was a right-handed bat
they played against last night. Jason Stark wasn't high on Luis Robert Jr. He hit a ball off the wall, got a single early in that game. I don't understand that. You shouldn't be able to hit. Like, he's got speed. All right, he tried to steal second to make up for it. It was a review. He's out. But here's my question when it comes to Luis Robert Jr. Why isn't it Luis Roberto Jr.? Why is it Luis Robert?
Yeah, I got no idea for you on that one.
You don't have an answer for me, do you?
I don't have an answer.
No, why would it be Luis Robert?
Why is there an E at the end of my name? I don't know. I don't use the E in Dunn.
Well, I'm sure in Ireland they pronounce your name Donny.
I don't think so.
No? I think maybe back in the day it was Dunny.
Yeah, but why do we keep the E?
My point is the guy is Hispanic. Luis Roberto, it should be. Why Robert? What is the origin of that?
I got nothing for you on that one, Mike.
His father is not American. Or maybe he is. I don't know. He can't be.
Luis Robert.
Why is it
Robert his middle name?
Doesn't anybody ever asked that question? Why is it Luis Robert? These are the things that keep me up at night. That's
So
good.
his Wikipedia is Luis Robert and then Warren?
Well, that's his surname. That's his mother's name. That's in Hispanic.
Got it.
Hispanic names, they use the mother as the surname. But he just went with Luis Robert. So that's got to be his father's name.
Yes, his father's name is Luis Robert.
He is senior, because this guy's
yes.
Luis Robert Jr.
I don't
Well,
know.
why is it Robert? Can anybody explain this to me?
I got nothing for
Not
you
that
on
it
that
matters a hill of beans, but it's just my personal edification. All right, let's get to a negative Nelly on the text board.
All right, we have Don in Northampton. I am not satisfied that having Duran will take us over the top as a bullpen. He is just a closer. We still are not good enough in the middle innings relief. We do not have
What are you
one if a
talking
starter
about?
exits early. Plus, our offense is still too streaky. Will we make the playoffs? Yes. Will we go to the World Series with this team? No.
You got 3 guys that are excellent who can get you to the 9th inning. Kirkstrom and Alvarado. What are you worried about getting through those innings now?
Well, postseason-wise, Kirkering Strom.
Yeah, and then you got Luzardo taking Alvarado's place.
Yeah.
And then your boy will step up. His velocity ticked up to 90.5.
He's in the 90s.
Come on, Ray.
We're feeling good.
I trust Romano more than I trust David Robertson, to be honest with you.
That's fine. That's all well and good.
All right.
3 ERA last year, man.
Last year. Let's
What?
get-
I can't understand
Last year.
you.
When you turn 40, your arm atrophies. The last year means nothing to me with a 40-year-old guy.
Yeah, but I haven't seen him out there yet this year. You just throw.
You're seeing him the way he throws now. He's at 90 miles an hour.
It's ticking up to 92.
Stop it.
We're getting there, Mikey.
Let's go to the phones. Arthur in Scottsdale. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Arthur.
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, it's you. Oh, what's up?
Yeah, who's correct? How you doing? I'm surviving correct. Yo, listen, and tell me, have you been all right?
I've been all right. How about you? Your voice sounds a little weak. You okay?
A little bit under the sun and kept drinking too much scotch.
All right. Well, you got to stay off that scotch. You're at an age now where your body can't tolerate it as well.
I must be getting all you. Listen, you're Phillies. Forget about it. They just hit the All-Star break. You hot. They ain't. They got its football season starting, and then you're going to tell me the Eagles are going to win again.
It's killing you, isn't it, to see this happen? The Phillies made themselves a World Series contender, and meanwhile, the Eagles are a defending champion and are picked to win it again. Killing you.
Yeah.
And your Giants stink, and your Yankees stink.
Oh, correct. Oh, no, take that back, brother. Listen, we were just friendly, like, don't be talking about the Yankees are in second place, and they're not doing bad. They're hanging. I'll be the hot tip.
Yeah,
They ain't eating down.
stop it. The Yankees, you know it as well as I do. The Yankees don't have enough.
No, they don't. Just told you that they're not beating.
All right, so there you go. I understand where you Philadelphia reigns superior over the Big Apple, Arthur, in sports.
Oh, so the big ass.
And you can't do a thing about it, Arthur, can you?
No, but correct. Listen to this thing. I'm going to tell all the people that live in Brooklyn, get out now before November 4th. That's all I'm telling you. Get out while you can. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because Donnie is going to be the mayor of New York City.
Yeah.
Free groceries, free room, free everything.
All right.
You're
well, listen,
working, man. Get out.
I can't understand the New York politics. I have no interest in it. But I want to know about you. Are you away from the authorities now? Are you living your life as a free man?
But let me say this to you. I've lived my life as a free man, but I moved again. Oh my God, still here pestering. But I live out on farm now. Like I got cattle, which I know nothing about, sheep and horses, and then outside there I got organized crime.
Let me ask you. Are you on probation? Correct. All right. Listen, you take care of yourself. That's Arthur. He was on the lam for a while. Now he's on probation. He had trouble with the law, right? And he's in Scottsdale. He's like probably a witness protection.
Sounded like he was in witness protection.
Yeah, 610-632-0975 is how you climb in. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Now, on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies get their flamethrower. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Yesterday, the Phillies acquired closer Yohan Duran from the Twins in exchange for prospects Eduardo Tait and Mick Gable. Duran has appeared in 49 games, securing 16 saves and pitching to a 2.01 ERA this year. The Phillies made it clear yesterday that he will be the team's set closer and that he completes their bullpen plans. However, in terms of offensive help, Dave Dombrowski said he's still searching.
Well, we're not done. So, I mean, we're not done talking, and the deadline's not over. We'll just see what ends up happening. I really don't know. They're tough to acquire, too, right now. So we have to kind of just see what happens tomorrow, really.
And tomorrow he's talking about at least, is today. And we're going to keep you updated all day long with the latest on the Phillies, including tonight's trade deadline special with Kevin Cooney starting at 6 o'clock. Right after the deadline, he'll break down everything the Phillies did or did not do and everything that happened around the world of baseball. And in case you forgot, the Phillies played yesterday, so did they. They lost 9-3 to the White Sox. Eagles return to the practice field today in front of the media after a close walkthrough yesterday. We're 1 week away from the Eagles' first preseason game, and tonight, if you're interested, it's the Hall of Fame game, so football kind of back. This update's brought to you by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the best birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Johan Duran coming in. That's his entry music. Oh, it's got a lot of glee to it, right? It's not as sinister as some others. Well, here it is. Whale!
Get that
Here
fire
it comes,
going.
whale!
That fire entrance.
Woo! Dios míos! Whale!
About to drop 101 on you.
That is awesome. I can't wait. The buzz in that stadium is going to be unbelievable. A guy who can light it up at 102? Come on now. That's my type of hurler. Let's get back to the phones. People are excited. Let's get Greg and Bethlehem in here. Greg, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Greggy! Way! Oh, Greg.
I like it. I have to admit, I owe Dombrowski a big apology. I thought they were setting us up for failure, so we weren't expecting a home run. And you know, he faked me out for sure. And you know, I don't think they could have done any better with the pieces that they had to give up. They didn't give up much, so it's a win-win, I think. And the question I have, do you think the euphoria around this will bleed over into the offense a little bit?
Listen, it has a positive. When you make a trade like this, it has a positive reaction with other players because it's like, wow, now they gave us a really a bigger chance to win the World Series, and that has a way of lifting. Like baseball is so mental that lift could possibly help you as an offense.
Well, that's what I think. I mean, it just seems like you got a new lease on life almost.
I can't believe it. I really can't. There's no way that I thought he was going to be able to make this deal for Duran, who was the top target. I'm thinking, okay, they're not going to give up their top target for what he wants to give up. And if they got him, I assume that they would have to get rid of Crawford.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you know, we got a bargain basement price on the guy, and we got a home run. So I'm delighted.
So am I, Greg. Look at you. No negativity coming out of you today.
No.
All right, buddy, you got it. ¡Hueo! Dios míos, prepárate para los fuegos artificiales. It's 11 o'clock. Only Spanish-speaking people know what I said. But what I said was, I don't know what whale means, but Dios míos is, my God, prepárate for fireworks. The Mike Missanelli Show, it's 11 o'clock. You're listening to WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, Beasley Media Group Station, broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studio, powering possibilities. All right, Ray, it is now time for the last segment of Let's Fake a Deal.
It might be a bullpen pitcher. It could be an outfielder. Or what if it's both? Let's find out on Let's Fake a Deal. Here's your host, the 17th assistant general manager
GM
of the Phillies, Mike.
And I had a hand in this deal as the 17th assistant general manager. When they proposed it, I said, yeah! That was my contribution. And then I took another sip of coffee and stayed in the corner. But today, Ray, Let's Fake a Deal includes adding another bat. So go down the list of people, Ray.
All right, let's give you the outfielders that are out there, might be out there, have been linked, talked about. Luis Robert Jr., of course, we've talked about before here. Stephen Kwan, we talked about yesterday here. Ramon Laureano, we talked about before as a potential package deal with the Orioles does not look like there is another reliever. They've basically emptied the entire cupboard of relievers at this point down there in Baltimore. So it looks like you would just be getting him and that type of deal. Tommy Pham in Pittsburgh has been moved pretty much every deadline for it feels like the last 4 years.
I hate him.
Alex Cole, really?
Yeah, I hate Tommy Pham. I don't want to go anywhere near him.
All right.
I'm going to cross him out right
Okay,
away.
sounds good.
All
We
right.
can talk about that one too. Alex Cole down there in Washington. Is that someone they could unload? Adolis Garcia has been talked about from the Rangers. Struggles early on this season. That team, where are they right now? Are they selling? Are they buying? What's going to happen with them? Harrison Bader, we've
Don't have
mentioned.
anything to do with him either. Cross him out.
All right, Harrison Bader, we've mentioned on this segment before.
Stinks.
Another guy you hate, and Cedric Mullins, also from the Orioles.
I don't want him. So let's zero in on Luis Roberto Jr., Stephen Kwan, Ramon Laureano, Alex Call, Adolis Garcia. I would take any one of those guys, but more specifically, my number one choice in this deal would be Ramon Laureano. Why? Because he's got more pop than anybody, except maybe Adolis Garcia. So, Stephen Kwan, nice player, no pop. Luis Robert Jr., I'm scared of. Alex Call is a pop and Judy hitter. He's got does he have 3 home runs this year? He's not. Yeah, I don't want him. And Bader Mullins, I don't want. Adolis Garcia and Ramon Laureano are 2 bats that I would absolutely put to the top of my list.
Mike, I have to interrupt this segment.
All right, what do you got?
Now,
Breaking news. What? Did they make a deal?
97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
They didn't, but one of the most aggressive executives in all of baseball just pulled off the move that a lot of people around here have been talking about for a while. According to Jeff Passan, the San Diego Padres are acquiring closer Mason Miller and starter J.P. Sears from the A's.
Yeah, that was rumored that Mason Miller and the Padres were ready to make a deal there with the A's. Listen, the Padres, I don't see the Padres as a threat, so therefore I'm not going to see Mason Miller as a threat. He went to another contender. They're going to be in the playoffs. If the Phillies play them, I think the Phillies are a better team than the Padres, so I'm not that frightened by it. You are? You are frightened by it.
I've been concerned about their bullpen before they had Mason Miller. I don't know what they're going to do to move around because I do think they're going to end up trying to reshuffle some pieces, so maybe some of the high arms they already have are out of there.
Their bullpen is lethal.
Yeah, and now you're adding Mason Miller to that lethal bullpen.
I get it. So Suarez, they were afraid of probably.
Yeah, Suarez.
And so they got Mason Miller for that closer role. Suarez would be a setup guy. That's good. They're good. Their bullpen's really good. I get it. I just think that team has flimsy character.
Adam, Morion, and Mason Miller. And then if they don't flip Suarez, that's a lethal 6, 7, 8, 9 if they get through the first 5 innings.
I get it. You can't give them the lead.
No. You better blitz
you can't give them the lead. But right now, as it stands, will they even play the Padres?
Not at this exact moment.
The way it's set up, now the Padres obviously could move into a better seeding. They also could upset somebody and get into a match with the Phillies. You are scared. You're scared of the Padres.
I'm a little concerned about that matchup with the bullpen. Like if they can get through 5 innings competitively with you, they could shut down you for 4 innings with their bullpen. It doesn't always work out perfectly in the postseason. We talked about how good the bullpen was for the Phillies last year, and you saw how that went against the Mets. In a series against the 2, I would still take the Phillies to win the series, but Mason Miller making the move to the National League is not something I like to see.
Hey, you can't have everything, right?
No,
I'm not gonna let that dampen my enthusiasm for what the Phillies did. I got a guy who throws two more miles an hour faster. How about that?
I like it. I'm not going to be upset about Duran. Mason
Miller. I got Duran.
This is not at all a reflection poorly on the Phillies. This is just simply an appreciation of, wow, look what the Padres just did. I don't want this to be I'm disappointed in the Phillies deadline because Mason Miller moved. I think Passan's reporting right now they gave up number 3 overall prospect in all of baseball for him.
All right, get me Ramon Laureano then, because right now, let me look at his numbers: 15 bombs, 46 RBIs. Oh, he has struck out a lot. Ooh. 72 Ks, but he's hitting 290. On base percentage 355, OPS 884. That's my guy, Ray.
Listen.
Who would you give for him?
Oh.
Escobar. Boom.
Oh, wow. You're pulling from the top 5.
Escobar.
Would it take Escobar?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I feel like a top 10, but not Escobar, might be able to get that done.
Okay. Get him.
Yeah.
Let's get him.
Because I think right now, unless you're going the way of Robert or Quan, you're probably dealing from like the 7 to 15 of your farm system. Maybe 2 of those.
Yep. All right. I got to play the song. We go into a break. Please play me his entry song. Johan Duran coming in the 9th inning. Here's the anticipation, and here's the song.
Atención, vecino.
Latino! Here he comes. Stopping it. Baby Ortega.
Que estoy en romo feo.
Whale. Give me the whale. Da, 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 da. I love it. Here he comes. Oh, it ended. What happened to my whale? Whale!
That's what we got. He's
all
now
you got?
striking guys out.
right.
He's about to record the first out.
610-632-0975 is how you get into the show. It is the Mike Missanelli Show. Prepárate para los fuegos artificiales. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Previously on Unfiltered.
When you talk
Duran. This is Rio, baby. I want to hear Simone Le Bon.
Moving on the floor now, baby.
You're a bird of paradise. Cherry ice cream smile. Mike Missanelli Show. 610-632-0975. That's how you get in. We got the news and noon coming up at noon. A lot of stuff going on around sports, including, Gilbert Arenas. Can't have that poker game without the authorities knowing about it. That dude can't stay out of trouble. Honest to God. All right, let's get back to the phones. And we got Howard in Douglasville checking in. What's up, Howard?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I don't know how anybody can complain about that trade yesterday. I thought the painter was going for sure when I heard the trade. But as far as today, can we get rid of Nick Castellanos, pay his contract?
Get rid of Nick? Why would you want to get rid of Nick now? That Kepler's the guy you want to get rid of.
Oh, him too. And
what bugs you? Well, I got to be honest with you. Nick Castellanos bugs me too, but why does he bug you?
He makes all these spectacular catches that we all remember, because he's sliding.
Yeah.
He's just not a good outfielder. And more outfielders, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, no, he's a mediocre outfielder who doesn't get to a lot of balls. I get it, but he hasn't killed them.
He
really hasn't killed them.
But he hasn't helped them either.
I think he's helped them. He's made some catches. He's been a consistent enough hitter for them this year.
Yeah, wait till the playoffs. He'll be in one series.
So you're not giving him a chance, Howard. You got a bug in your rear end for Nick Castellanos. You got to pull it out.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I'm not exactly fond of the guy, but I can tolerate him as a starting player.
Right. I mean, what I would do is I would maybe move Marsh over, take his spot, bring up the kid, and find a left fielder, or the other way around. Move Marsh to left field.
So what are you going to do with Castellanos? You're going to bench Castellanos?
No, hopefully I can to somebody that needs a bat.
No. Nobody's going
to pay some of his contract.
Yeah, nobody's going to trade for. He makes too much money.
It's a wish.
Yeah, nobody's going to trade for him.
I didn't say we were going to get.
Boy, I've never seen anybody that has that much hatred for Nick Castellanos. Man, Howard.
It's not hate. It's just I watched him last year when he was, or the year before when he went 10 for 12, and then the next series he went 0 for 20.
I get it. You don't trust him. He bugs me for other reasons. I don't know why. He bugs me because he bugs me, and I really don't have a valid reason for why he bugs me. Maybe because of the way he runs, with his arms up here.
Yeah.
Little things bug me about players. Like it bugs me that Rojas looks like he's 70 years old.
That's what bugs you.
Yeah, he's got an old man face.
I think there's legitimate reason to be bothered by Nick Castellanos. I mean, I'm watching him flail at the slider outside, knowing it's coming.
Yeah, he swings to the first pitch, but his average when swinging at the first pitch, when he hits the first pitch, is good. So I don't. I understand. It's more the pitcher than anything else. If you're going to throw him anything but a slider that breaks outside part of the plate, his first pitch, I don't know what you're paying attention to.
No, I just mean in general. Seeing him flail at a slider outside has been a 4-year thing at this point.
Yeah, but he's been a pretty decent hitter for them this year.
Yeah.
And he's been a pretty decent out. Like, his metrics are not good. I get it, and he caused a big stink about the metrics, and I don't quite understand the metrics. Maybe he doesn't get the balls he should get to.
There's no range.
I get it. He's no range, but he does make a sliding catch every now and then.
Which any other outfielder would make is just a catch on the run.
Maybe not.
I would be willing to wager that one considerably.
Right now, he's not bugging me.
Right now, I can't really feasibly see them doing anything with him, so I'm not going to call for them to do anything with him.
They are kind of he's a regular part of this lineup.
The two are married right now.
Right.
They're going to have to make this marriage work.
Correct. Let's go back to the text board. Debbie Downer's in that text board or no?
A lot of people celebrating, but there are people that still want to see them address the lineup. Batters 6 through 9. This lineup is not a hole. That's a gaping, festering wound. I don't care if you added Prime Mariano Rivera. You need to add a bat, Dave. Tim in Delaware.
All right, well, we'll see if he does. Like I said, if he does not, I can live with their lineup. The way they have now formulated their pitching staff, I can live with their lineup because not every lineup is perfect.
And someone following up on the conversation, Josh at Gilbertsville, following up on our conversation about the Padres before the break. Go back to being scared about the Padres in the playoffs. With our current lineup construction, I'm scared of anything in the playoffs that we have to face, especially those teams with high leverage arms. Bryson Stott, Brandon Marsh, Max Kepler, Johan Rojas, Kemp. It's an atrocious lineup at the bottom half. We know how this team goes on cold spells. If Harper and Kyle get cold, there's no chance, without making a move today, that we would make it to the World Series.
There are two players you have to worry about kicking the can down the road or passing the baton, as they like to say in a lineup. Two guys. Because you're going to face the majority of right-handed pitchers, so the two guys are Kepler and Stott. That's who you have to worry about. They've got to contribute a little bit. So when I say I'm optimistic that they can get to the World Series, I am counting on one of those guys catching some kind of a positive wave with the stick.
Yeah, I'm still going to be concerned about where Casty, JT, and Bohm fall in this whole equation.
I don't have any problem with Bohm. You have a problem with Bohm?
He's hurt right now. How do I know he's going to come back good?
He'll be fine. I think it's good. Rest is good. I think he'll be. He's got the way he hits. I don't think it's going to affect him. He's going to still hit up the middle into right center.
He was banged up last season at the end of the season.
Like I say, the oblique. He doesn't have to turn. He's not one of those guys going to turn on home runs. He's going to push the ball. So I think he's going to be fine when he comes back.
Okay.
All right. All right. 610-632-0975. We got John and Lou and Mark, who wants to discuss the Phillies' chances after the trade, and we are keeping our ear to the pavement right now as far as the deals go. 6 o'clock is the deadline.
That's right.
All right, 6 o'clock tonight is the trade deadline, so we are on it. We are all over it. We got our spies out there, our sources out there. If there's anything cooking, you want to keep it right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. And in the meantime, 610-632-0975. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. Back after this.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies get their flamethrower. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Yesterday, the Phillies acquired closer Yohan Duran from the Twins in exchange for prospects Eduardo Tait and Mick Abel. Duran's appeared in 49 games, securing 16 saves and pitching to a 2.01 ERA this season. The Phillies made it clear yesterday that he will be the team's set closer and that he completes their bullpen plans. In terms of offensive help, maybe not done there, as Dave Dombrowski hinted at yesterday that he is still searching.
Well, we're not done. So, we're not done talking, and the deadline's not over. We'll just see what ends up happening. I really don't know. They're tough to acquire, too, right now. So we have to kind of just see what happens tomorrow, really.
Tomorrow that he talks about is today. We'll update you all day long with the latest on the Phillies, including tonight's trade deadline special with Kevin Cooney starting at 6 o'clock. We'll break down everything that did and did not happen for the Phillies and across baseball following the deadline. And in case you forgot, the Phillies played yesterday, so they lost 9-3 to the White Sox. Eagles returned to the practice field today in front of the media after a close walkthrough yesterday. We're 1 week away from the Eagles' first preseason game against the Bengals, and tonight is the Hall of Fame game. So if you need your football fix, you can watch that tonight. This update's brought to you by Dairy Queen. It's officially Miracle Treat Day at DQ. Head over today because $1 or more from every Blizzard treat supports local Children's Miracle Network hospitals. DQ, happy tastes good at participating locations. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the best birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Whoa, it's 11:24 on the Mike Missanelli Show. Duran. We got a great Fanatic deal of the week, by the way. That's what I'm talking over this Duran track. Get a $50 voucher to Mesa Mediterranean Grill for just $25. Enjoy flavor-packed Mediterranean bowls, wraps, and salads made with the freshest local sourced ingredients, locally sourced. Locations are in King of Prussia, Conshohocken, Mount Laurel, and Hamilton. Again, it's a $50 voucher to Mesa Mediterranean Grill for just $25, half price. This exclusive offer. Get it while supplies last at 975thefanatic.com/deals. All right, let's get back to the phones. There's a lot of people who want to talk about this today, which I'm glad. Let's go to John at the Jersey Shore. John, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, bud?
Michael, how you doing?
How are you, buddy?
Outstanding. I'm 2/3 with you on your take.
Okay.
A, love the move. B, I cannot agree with you more. I don't think we have to make a move in left field, although I'm with you. You can, get somebody better than what we have internally. Certainly make that move as long as you don't give up too much. But what I don't like is this, I don't know, you keep mentioning Kepler, who he's my least favorite guy. I think he's DFA material. Here's the answer to left field, and again, I called it a couple weeks ago. You immediately bring Crawford up to center field. That eliminates the offensive liability of Rojas, who his average is inflated because he got off to that early start. Good kid. He's got zero baseball instinct. Good defender. You don't lose anything with Crawford in center field. I bet you that move happens. If it hasn't happened already, it's going to happen the next day or two.
So you would make this is interesting, and I'm not saying it may happen. Crawford comes up,
right,
center fielder. You move Marsh to left against right-handed pitching.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, again, I platoon. I don't think Kemp hurts you that much. He's not a great player, but he's not overmatched. That's the first thing I look for when rookies come up or guys that are tearing up in AAA. Well, he hasn't torn anything up, but he's not overmatched. I think a platoon. Now, Marsh is the big surprise because up until a month ago, I was really frustrated with him.
He's really hot. Yeah, he seems to be on everything now.
And maybe he's figured it out. Maybe it's not just a hot stretch. I hope he's maybe figured some things out.
You're right.
But again, a platoon in left field to me. Now you're okay. Now if you want to get a better solution than that, and then let Crawford hit he's a left-hander. Just stick him in the lineup, either leadoff or ninth. Let him just play. We got enough offensive talent. I agree with you 100%. And for people, listen, if Bone doesn't hit, if Harper doesn't hit, if Schwarber doesn't hit, this team's not going to go anyway. So those guys have got to play ball. We all know that in order for this team. I don't care what kind of closer you have. That has to happen. I hope it's going to happen, and I assume it's going to happen.
John, good call. I agree with now. Okay, let's bandy this about here. Crawford's your everyday center fielder. We don't know that he can hit left-handers. Don't know it. We were taking a big leap, but you're putting a new energy and excitement into your lineup. Marsh is your regular left fielder until you face a tough lefty, in which case you use Kemp. So do you then platoon at second base? So you're platooning in left field with Marsh. Crawford's your everyday guy. You're platooning at second base with Sosa and Stott. Now, does that lineup make you feel better about yourself, Ray?
I'm very happy to be wrong about this in September. I'm just not being sold on Crawford being a solution to this lineup.
You don't think he would bring you fresh energy?
He might bring you fresh energy, but fresh energy, if the guy's going to ground in, hit the ball on the ground 60% of the time against major league quality defense, is my fresh energy going to be a guy that's hitting 250 with no pop?
Okay. Would you try it out?
I mean,
would you bring him up rather soon to try it out?
Yes.
If you don't grab a bat here in the next several hours, would you try that out as a solution?
Yes, because it's something different. I mean, I know what I have. I've watched this lineup at this point. I knew what I had in December when they signed Max Kepler, but now that I've watched it come to fruition, I'm okay trying something new with this lineup. I just don't think he is this savior to a season that he's going to come up and provide you with something that's going to
I don't need him to be a savior, though. I need him just to play regular baseball and give them some energy, steal a base here, maybe hit 250 for me.
Problem with him hitting 250 is without the pop, it's still going to be like a sub 700 OPS. Like he's not going to give
You got other OPS guys. That's the thing. But your lineup doesn't have to have the same type of character.
It doesn't. But I'm looking for a character that I see being a big difference maker come October. And to count on a guy who's going to be seeing Major League pitching for the first time to be a big difference maker come October, I think that's a lot to ask of the kid.
All right, and it is. But I am willing to see. I'm replacing Max Kepler, and so I don't have. To me, there's no risk to it. Like this guy has proven that he doesn't have it. So I would probably, if I don't get a bat, I would bring him up. I would DFA Kepler. I would try it. I really would.
And that's fine. I would do that. Like if you don't get a bat, I would do that. I'm just saying that if Plan A today is. We could work the phones, but we got Justin Crawford in the back pocket, so that's probably going to be what we need at the end of the deadline anyways. That's not my plan A. That's like a B or C.
Okay. But if they don't make a deal, come 6 o'clock, they don't bring in a bat, what are you saying tomorrow?
I'm disappointed that they didn't get a bat.
And what are you saying? Are you saying that they ought to tweak it with the Crawford experiment?
They can tweak it with the Crawford experiment.
Would you do it? Would you tweak it? You would.
Sure.
Okay.
If tomorrow we're having the conversation, how do you change this team up? I'm okay if I've seen Kepler play his last game as a Philly.
All right. Let's go back to the phones. Lou and Mount Laurel checking in. What's up, Lou?
Hey, Mike, how are you, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good. I want to make a couple bullpen points, but you played Duran's entrance music. Mike, you missed the key part.
What is it?
You missed the opening where they have the Undertaker gong from the Undertaker's theme song.
Oh, that's the Undertaker.
It starts off with the lights go. It's the Undertaker's theme song with that gong. So the lights go out when that gong hits. If you have the video of it, it's awesome when the lights go out and that Undertaker.
Oh, they got to do the same thing here. They got to do it. I love it.
Mike, that's phenomenal.
An entry song for a closer. I love it.
I do too. They need to bring that back. They need to bring it back.
Good,
we used to be a proper country when the closers had theme songs. I love it.
Call the Twins. Then them send over to track. We're playing it. Ray will play it. Ray will go down and play.
And if Kepler isn't dumped, or driven to the airport, which he should, they should start playing the Curb Your Enthusiasm music every time he comes up to plate. He's awful, Mike.
Yeah,
he's awful, Mike.
He can't hit, and he doesn't make any adjustments.
No, Mike. About
there we go. There he is. Here comes Kepler.
Yep.
He's walking to the plate.
batting 197, playing left field. Oh, Mike. Two points I want to make about the bullpen. Love the Duran piece. They're getting Roberts. I think, would you agree the last couple of years when it came to the playoffs, their bullpen was pretty overused in the regular season and pretty tired?
Yeah. Well, especially Hoffman was.
So you're getting Robertson, who's going to be well-rested. And I know he can't pitch in the playoffs, Mike, but you're getting Alvarado back who can take some innings away from some other guys to rest them.
Yeah, I think it's all good. I have to use him. He'll be a dominant, hopefully, if he comes back in shape. I have no idea what's happening down there with him.
Yeah.
You know, you got to worry about that. But, yeah, I mean, certainly coming down the stretch, he's going to help. And then you replace him with Luzardo in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that rests your guys. But I'm pumped. I love the deal, and then I agree with you. When you ruled out the guys, I agree 100% with you with the bats.
All right, buddy, you got it. Thanks, Lou. All right, bullpen, Duran, Alvarado, Kirkring, Strom, Banks, Robertson, Romano. I'm okay. Romano gets me an out in the fifth inning if things go bad for the rest of the year. In a game that goes bad, that's his role.
Everything falls into line when you have the closer with this bullpen.
Yep.
Like, it's again, I've seen Romano all season long. I'm not going to pretend like it's been a pretty sight. We have justifiable concerns about a couple of guys that, the way you say they get by on guile. Like, there are concerns there, but they're in such better position having a guy that I know I'm getting 3 outs in the ninth from. Again, I think you're really just searching for 6 outs right now. Wheeler start, the Sanchez start, I'm searching for 6 outs. That's what I need from the guys that aren't the starter or Durant.
By the way, if I'm Max Lazar, I make a dinner reservation in Lancaster tonight with Michael Mercado. There's 2 guys. See if they have dinner together.
They're going to be barnstormers? You got them in the independent league? You're just an outright released here? You're sending them out to the Atlantic League?
No, they're going to go to AAA.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got them up at Lehigh.
Yeah, they'll be in Lehigh. They'll send them to Lehigh. And Michael, I had a rough outing last night. I'm about to be called in the office. I don't think he has any faith in me anymore.
Well, I think he has a lot of faith in him, considering he let him go 7 straight hits.
No, that was the end. Yeah, when you give up 7 straight, it's amazing how much a manager will lose confidence in you. Like, he won't go back to you ever.
I just wanted to check in on Mercado, see how he's doing down there. The ERA has gotten close to 6 down there in AAA.
Yeah, no,
that's a 40-man spot. I can tomorrow. The onslaught of 40-man roster moves is going to be incredibly interesting.
Yeah, you think you get the bag out for a couple of guys?
Yeah, probably. I mean, when Kepler got scratched from the lineup yesterday, I was, maybe he's going to catch an early flight back, start cleaning out some stuff. I don't know.
It's Seth Johnson.
He'll have dinner in Lehigh Valley tomorrow night.
Will he?
Yeah.
He's going to. Oh, those poor guys, man. How about Daniel Robert?
Well, I guess not all of them could go have dinner down there. They could need some of them to stick around.
Daniel Robert stick. Who sticks out of those 3?
Oh, God.
Daniel Roberto?
Probably Daniel
Luis Robert and Daniel Roberto. 610-632-0975. Mike Missanelli Show continues. The Philadelphia Phillies trade. Up here because I'm now looking at. I just heard Bill Colarulo's promo and he said Johan, and well, that sounded odd. In the Spanish language, the J is not pronounced Joe; it's Johan. But this guide says it could be Joan Duran. Joan Duran.
Joan
Duran. Joan Duran.
Joan Duran.
Joan Duran. That's what it's on. Listen, it can't be. You got to have Duran. It's got to be Duran here, not Duran. It's going to mess up our whole.
Duran.
Going to mess up our whole
Duran.
vibe. Joan Duran is apparently the correct pronunciation. However, he's from the Dominican Republic. Why would it be Joan and not Johan?
I got nothing for you.
And why are other Durans Duran and not Duran? That freaking Bill. He's a burr in my rear end.
Coming up at 2, in case you're wondering.
According to the Phillies press release, it's Duran. Joan Duran. Whatever. He throws 102.
Correct.
I need that entry song. It doesn't matter what his name is for me. Give me the entry song. Here we go. I love it. I love the Spanish flavor. The Latino flavor. Biotega!
Que estoy en robo feo. Feo.
There it is. Oh, man, this is nice. All right, let's go back to our text board, Ray. What are the texts saying?
There is a groundswell building on our text board following the Mason Miller deal for the Phillies to go out and get Brent Rooker.
Yeah, that's not good. Brent Rooker is not even mentioned anymore. You got to look at the A's as a team. I'm surprised they give up Mason Miller because they have him under control for a couple more years. And then they're moving to Vegas. They kind of need a foundation. So, Rooker, a guy can hit home runs. When you're moving a franchise somewhere, you got to have a home run hitter. I don't think that's happening.
Another text here. A closer only helps you avidly the ninth. This move doesn't remove all the warts on this team. This lineup has gone extended stretches without hitting. If you go cold in a 5 or 7 game schedule, you're cooked.
If you go cold, can happen to anybody. It's baseball. Anybody can go cold at any time. If you have an anchor, which is the starting pitching staff that can get you to the 7th inning, and now your bullpen is set to get 9 outs, which it is, you're in pretty good shape. You just have to get the lead early, I guess. Yes, you have to hit. But why people, you're looking at past things that have happened. It could just as easily turn around where the bats get hot during a playoff series. They're capable of getting hot.
John from Yardley here. Will Thompson even use him as a closer? My bet is he won't, as his no defined roles in the pen has been an epic failure for years.
He hasn't really had a closer. He said yesterday that he would use him as a closer. So all you can do is go by his word.
And Eric from Virginia on the name pronunciation. He keeps throwing gas. Will say whatever and however he wants it.
It sounds better, Johan Duran, doesn't it? Than Johan Duran.
Well, there was a big that the Bill promo was heavy on the Joe. I don't know if you're going.
He went heavy
that
on
hard
the,
of a.
He
a
did
J
go heavy on the Joe, which makes you think that he got it wrong, Bill.
Joan Duran.
Yeah,
feels like where you're going with that.
Yeah, I'm sure Bill studied it very hard.
Instead of going Joe on, Johan Duran.
You went Johan.
It's a little bit of a softer J, I think.
It's Joan.
Joan Duran.
Joan Duran. Joan Duran. Joan Duran.
Joan Duran.
Mark and Oakants. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Mark.
Hey, Mike. How's it going?
What's going on, Marky? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's the first time I talked to you in a couple of years, so welcome back. And I do feel that this is a good move for the bullpen for next year, because I think this year it was a foregone conclusion when they started this year that this was going to be known as the year of waste pitching, because this lineup has to be rebuilt. They need two outfielders and a second baseman that could play at a decent level in order to be a World Series contender.
Listen, you need an outfielder. A second baseman has to catch everything, and he does, by the way. And I think he's got the potential to be a better hitter. I don't know what's happened to Bryson Stott. I think he's a pedigree player who's just struggling right now, trying to figure it out offensively. And when you lose it offensively, you can go into such a funk that you can't get out of it. I think he's going to be fine.
Well, one thing is that Crawford could be one of the outfielders this year or next year, and then you could get another outfielder, but you definitely got to upgrade second base, because as far as the offensive potential, because you got to score runs. You can't.
But let me ask you a question, Mark. Look around the league. Who's really an offensive second baseman? You might have two or three.
Well, it's just part of the Phillies' problem. This lineup can be shut down by playoff caliber hitting. We've shown that 3 years in a row. I don't think it's unreasonable to think anything different is going to happen. You got to replace some key parts of this lineup so that you can get some bat to ball skills and hit the ball, move some of these runners in scoring position home, and stop just going cold like they can do in the playoffs. They've already shown that that's what they do.
I got you, but let me ask you a question. The Arizona Diamondbacks, were they a ferocious offensive team? They got on a roll. The Mets, were they a ferocious offensive? They got on a roll. You could just as easily get on a roll. No lineup is perfect. The Arizona Diamondbacks lineup wasn't as good as the Phillies, and the Mets probably wasn't either. But it just so happens that the timing, that you can't say that just because it happened before, it's always going to happen.
We haven't been on the roll all year. When have we gotten hot bats this year?
They're in first place, Mark. Mark, they're in first place. They've hovered around first place the whole year. It's not like they've stunk. Yeah, people are looking for perfection all the time, and I get that because you're spooked about what has happened in the playoffs in the past. But just because you're spooked one year doesn't mean it could easily turn around. I really believe that. Baseball is so weird that you can't predict. Look at the Arizona Diamondbacks. They fell off the cliff all of a sudden. They got hot at the proper time. Nobody could ever have anticipated that. Let's go to Alan in New Jersey. Alan, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Alan.
Mike.
What's up, Al?
How you doing, all right?
Good.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
I can't believe you're actually so enthralled the fact that we got a closer. Okay.
I'm enthralled.
I'm going to ask you a question. Who has the best closer in baseball, hands down?
I don't know. Who is it?
Diaz. Who does he play for?
The Mets? Yeah, but he's erratic. He's not the best closer in baseball.
No, Mike. No, he's not. You don't watch the Mets, Mike. I can't stand the Mets.
He's been erratic for 3 years.
No. He was erratic the 1 year. He's
always been erratic. It's his whole MO is being erratic.
No, Mike. Look at his stats this year. He is a lockdown closer, hands down. Now, they got Helmsley. They got the underhand right-hander, Rogers from the Giants, and they have Raleigh, the lefty, and they also have that righty from the Giants. And they have Mania and Peterson, which are left-handers. You look at the lineups. Who did we lose to in the playoffs last year, Mike? The Mets. They got Juan Soto this year. So Soto, Alonso, Lindor, Nimmo,
Alan, hold on. You're just giving me names. I know the names. The names.
Mike, look at their stats.
Why aren't the Mets running away with it then?
Well, hey, what did they do? First of all, Soto's been injured, and the Mets are half the game up.
Yeah, they've been up and down just like the Phillies. What makes you all of a sudden you're going to brag on the Mets? You should be bragging on the Mets right now. They're a good team.
I'm not bragging on the Mets. I hate the Mets, Mike. But look at their lineup. Look, Harper, 15-45. 15 homers, 45 RBIs. Realmuto, 7 homers, 38 RBIs. Mike, Castellanos.
Hold on,
14,
Alan. Listen. I appreciate it. I know
Yes.
you're scared. You're a Phillies fan. You're scared. You're naturally scared. I get it. The Mets lineup is okay. They've got holes as well.
Okay.
Yes, they've got holes.
Soto, how about Soto being a proven playoff hitter?
Yeah,
I mean, he did it
Soto
with
is a star.
Washington.
Soto is a star player, but they also have holes in their lineup.
Lindor.
Second base is a hole. Catcher is a hole. It's the same thing. What?
Well, no. Their second baseman is hands down better. Look at the stats, Mike. Look at the lineups, the closers. There's no comparison.
Yeah, there is a comparison. There's a comparison where the Mets would be running away. The Mets are a good team. They've also been up and down, just like the Phillies. They haven't run away with anything. 610-632-0975. Back after this.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies got their flamethrower. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Yesterday, the Phillies acquired closer Johan Duran from the Twins in exchange for prospects Eduardo Tate and Mick Gable. Duran has appeared in 49 games, securing 16 saves and pitching to a 2.01 ERA. The Phillies made it clear yesterday to be the team's set closer, and he completes their bullpen plans. In terms of offensive help, Dave Dombrowski is still searching.
Well, we're not done. So, we're not done talking, and the deadline's not over. We'll just see what ends up happening. I really don't know. They're tough to acquire, too, right now. So we have to kind of just see what happens tomorrow, really.
And that tomorrow he speaks of is today. We'll keep you updated all day with the latest on the Phillies, including tonight's trade deadline special with Kevin Cooney starting at 6 o'clock, where he breaks down the deadline, what did happen, what didn't happen, and where the Phillies stand following Major League Baseball's trade deadline. In case you forgot, the Phillies played yesterday, so did they. They lost 9-3 to the White Sox. The Eagles return to the practice field today in front of the media after a closed walkthrough yesterday. We're 1 week away from the Eagles' first preseason game against the Bengals. Tonight is the Hall of Fame game. If you need your football fix, you got your first of the season. This update's brought to you by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium bed now and get the rest you deserve at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. They make sleep easy. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the best birds coverage. 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com.
Duran. Or Duran. Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. You know, I'm offended by that last call. Bragging about the Mets. How good they are. I'm looking at their lineup. What, they don't have any holes in their lineup? What, are you kidding me? Brandon Nimmo's hitting 258. Vientos has been moved to DH, 234. Lindor's hitting 246. Pete Alonso, 259. All right, he's dangerous. But by the way, they got blanked by the Padres last night. Jeff McNeil is at 248. Alvarez, they just brought him back up for the minor leagues, hitting 243. His backup, Torrens, hits 216. Ronnie Mauricio, who they're playing at third base now, is at 246. Brent Beatty, who's their second baseman, who's not a second baseman, by the way, is hitting 227. And in center field, Tyrone Taylor, who stinks, is hitting 201. What, are you kidding me?
This man was a bona fide scrub.
That lineup is not that powerful. They're okay.
Top of their order scares you.
The top of the order. All right. So Soto didn't play last night. He's hurt.
Soto, Nimmo, Lindor, Alonso. It's tough to go through.
Yeah, but their averages would not lend itself to that scared motif. Their averages are down. All of them. When you look at the Phillies average, you go, oh, this guy doesn't hit, this guy doesn't hit, this guy doesn't hit. Look at the Mets. They're not hitting either.
I got you. I mean, Schwarber's hitting 253. I would still say I'm terrified of him.
Well, you're terrified of him because he's got bombs on the board.
Right. That's the Alonso
and Alonso's
thing.
I said Alonso's formidable, obviously. But their averages, it's not like they don't have holes in the lineup. They got a major hole at second base and center field. The Phillies have a major hole in left field and second base.
Yeah.
The pitching staff should make up for it.
It should. The caller did reference Peterson and the success that he's had against the Phillies. Like, that's one that worries me.
Yeah, listen, like Clay Holmes give up 8 hits in 3 2/3.
Yeah. Is Clay Holmes, you think he's going to be one of the top starters?
He's one of their top starters.
You think he's going to be one of their, if they played him in a 5-game series,
yes.
he's going to get...
Yeah, who else is their pitching staff? Clay Holmes is one of their main starters.
I mean, yeah, he is one of their 5 guys right now. Of the guys
is
that
their
you would see,
bullpen that formidable? They just added
their
2
bullpen
guys.
is that formidable.
All right, they just added 2 guys to it too.
Yeah, their bullpen was that formidable, and then they added 2 guys to it.
All right.
I guess, yeah, Holmes will get a start in there. I mean, Senga, if he's healthy. I don't know. To me, there is a legitimate concern when you look at what the Mets are. Like, especially following yesterday.
The Phillies and the Mets are going to battle down the stretch. I totally get it. But don't try to make the case that the Mets are superior. They're not superior. They're right there with them.
They're right there with them. I'm not telling you.
They're a good team. The Phillies are a good team. It'll come down to the pitching staffs. Right now, the Phillies solidified their major weakness.
They did. But a similar concern to the Padres, if you get through 6 against the 2 teams right now, as much as you like Kirkry, you like Strahm, you just have more arms right now in that bullpen for the Mets than the Phillies do.
Yu Darvish threw 7 innings last night, gave up 2 hits. Adam Suarez. In a non-save situation. Padres are going to be I just think in the end they just have some flimsy, non-caring players.
Okay. I think they have talented players. To me, I understand what you're saying. If you can't lock in October, maybe we start to have the conversation out there in San Diego about breaking up the band. But they're going for it, as they should.
All right.
I don't think
we'll see what
can
happens.
believe they gave up a third,
The rest of the season will be very exciting. It's 12 o'clock. You're listening to WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia. Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studios, powering possibilities. It is noontime, it is lunchtime, and it is time for the news at noon.
There's a whole lot going on in this world. It's time to catch up. Here's the news at noon. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
All righty, time for the news at noon. No, are you going to go back with Stephen A. and Mad Dog?
Oh, yeah, first take. You thought Dan Patrick was bad and saying he was embarrassed for Bryce Harper. We've got the take for you from First Take. Mad
Shannon
Dog.
Sharp no longer on the show? Oh.
No longer on ESPN.
Oh, well. Go ahead.
Mad Dog was upset about Bryce Harper talking to the commissioner, and then Stephen A. took it to a whole nother level.
He really bothered me to show that kind of disrespect. Nick Castellanos had to get in between them because Manfred fought right back. You can't tell me to get out of this clubhouse. I'm the commissioner of sport. And Harper completely, thoroughly out of line. That drove me crazy. That's number one.
I love Bryce Harper. I really, really do. That was out of line. You have no business doing something like that. To be quite honest with you, I mean, that warrants a suspension. I'm not going to lie to you. You can't confront the commissioner like that.
What?
Warrants a suspension.
Who's the commissioner? The Pope? What are we talking about here? He's got to be held with reverence?
Apparently so.
Both of them agreed? The same thing? Let me tell you something, Stephen A. You know, the commissioner is as powerful as the Pope, for crying out loud.
Pope, by the way, offered an Eagles hat, didn't wear it.
And I got to tell you who had to step in. Castellanos. For years, he's been known as Castellanos, but I call him Castellanos. Why? Because that's what I do.
Also, a guy that was on MLB Network for a long time. How did he just... It's not like Castellanos is new to his world. You were on MLB Network for how long? When Castellanos was an all-star.
I don't understand this. These kids these days, they buck authority. When Tony Russo was raising me, if I raised my hand to Tony Russo, let me tell you what would happen.
Right, good to work, Mad Dog.
Let's move on.
All right, yesterday you mentioned earlier, Gilbert Arenas getting arrested in connection to an illegal high-stakes poker ring, gambling ring. He got arrested.
Poor Gil.
What it does for the Gilbert Arenas podcast. Swaggy P wanted to chime in on it.
They're such gangsters. I'm sure he watched The Sopranos with those illegal poker games. Anyway, Swaggy P?
Swaggy P.
Oh, let me hear Swaggy P.
Nick Young decided, you know what? I need to put out about a 6-minute video reacting to my friend getting arrested. This is a longer clip. We only got about a minute plus of it. It's just hilarious that this is your reaction to your friend being arrested.
They got him. Oh, man. Hey, it's over, man. It's over, man. Me, stupid mother on, man. They got him. Man, we just got out, man. I just got out, man. I do fingerprint, man. They just got us, man. Hey, but don't worry. Don't worry about the show or nothing. Gilbert, don't worry about Gil's Arena. I got that now. We might as well just change the show to Swaggy's Arena and in conjunctions with Gilbert. We're going to put a little Gilbert sign on the side. It's still Swaggy's Arena until you come back home. And once you get out, it's back to you.
Wait a
but
minute.
for now, I got it. I got that. All right? It's just, welcome to Swaggy's Arena, y'all. And don't trip. Because where you going, you can be comfortable. They got TVs. I'm going to send you all the updates. You can make all your bets on Underdog. Do whatever you want. You still there. You know, I seen the feds, they let you chill. You can have some shoes. I seen you the latest Gil's Arenas, the Adidas. I'm going to send you all those. You're going to be flying that but look, when it comes to the show, I got it.
Wait a minute. He just got out of jail, too?
That was the part I didn't understand.
Swaggy, did Swaggy in the Trump? I think he did. I missed that. Hey, I think that story. He got pitched for something. What happened to Nick Young? Let me tell you something about this Gilbert Arenas. He got arrested once in the bringing a pistol. Bringing a pistol in the locker room.
Nick Young saying, don't worry. Throwing out their biggest sponsor's name as, yeah, I'll send you the update so you can bet on Underdog is so great. Imagine the executives today at Underdog. Like, what are we going to do with the Arenas podcast? Oh, by the way, one of the co-hosts just name dropped you to remind everyone that you are right behind this podcast.
I don't know. Maybe he should be named Gilbert Penis. You don't have to bleep that. That was fine.
All right.
All right. What's the Ray bleeped it.
I didn't.
Said,
I
you didn't?
You said you don't have to. I have 10 seconds to make that decision.
It's a technical term. It's a technical term.
Yep.
Oh, let's go to the last one.
All right, last one for you. I have no audio on this one, but it was something we talked about on the news at noon before. The Scotty Scheffler, I guess, answer that he gave about fulfillment, the back and forth that came after that in sports. Tom Brady offered a response to it in his weekly newsletter. So I'm going to read you an excerpt from Tom Brady's newsletter. If you want your inbox to be cluttered by something else, feel free to subscribe. Scotty said he'd rather be a better father and husband than a good golfer. And my question is, why are those mutually exclusive? Sure, they're different blocks of the pyramid, but they're part of the same pyramid. They're connected. For instance, I think part of being a great father is being a great example of doing what it takes to take care of your family. I chose to do it by playing football. My dedication to the sport, the hours of practice, and the moments where I was laser focused, those were times I believe I was doing the best possible thing for my family and my kids by prioritizing my profession and teaching by example what it takes to be really good at your job, what it takes to follow through on commitments, and what it takes to be a great teammate, and showing them also by example that work is a big part of our lives. Brady goes on to explain that when your kids end up paying attention to everything. And for Brady, the way he became a great football player and the work he put in served as a positive role model for his children. In response to what Scheffler said.
So he's ripping Scotty.
Yes.
Well, good for Brady.
So, a little bit of a lack of self-awareness on this one?
For Brady?
Yeah.
He can have all the lack of self-awareness. He's Brady. He's the GOAT. When you're the GOAT, you don't have to have self-awareness whatsoever.
I think you kind of do. When you talk about honoring your commitments and you committed to being retired and spending time with your family and then left your family to go have a 500 season with Tampa Bay and everything fell apart from there. Like, I feel like that's...
Yeah. Brady can't do anything wrong for me. I got nothing. I'd rather rip Scotty Scheffler than rip Brady.
I came to Scheffler's defense. I could see someone having a message on the other side like this. I don't know if this is the messenger for that message.
And let me tell you something about this Brady. He's all full of himself. All right, that's the end. No more Mad Dog for today. 610-632-0975. The Mike Missanelli Show continues. Your calls are up next.
Andrews.
Phillies have him. Yeah, I got what I wanted. And right now, I can say, when you ask the question, is one guy enough? I think one guy is enough to get the Phillies to the World Series. I really do. This is an impact guy, and he straightens out the bullpen. He levels it off quite nicely because other guys that were projected into roles that they couldn't handle now go back to their roles that they can handle. So what's next? I don't know. We'll see. We got till 6 o'clock to figure it out whether they're going to add somebody. 610-632-0975. Let's go back to the text board. The text board is humming. What do we have, Ray?
All right. We talked about the Diamondbacks in the last hour. We've got a suggestion here on the text board for a bat. What about Lourdes Gurriel Jr.? Playoff experience, right-handed bat with pop, under control. Diamondbacks are selling. Shouldn't cost you a lot.
I would be very interested in Gurriel.
Yep. So would I.
Yep.
He did not make the Let's Fake a Deal segment. That's an oversight on my part. Thank you for that texter chiming in with that one.
Very low-level prospect
Sign
it would
me up.
take. Yeah, it would take a low-level prospect to get a Gurriel.
I'm in.
I mean, I'd be okay with that.
Same here.
All right, let's go back to the phones. Jamie in D.C. Jamie, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, buddy?
97.5 The Fanatic.
Oh.
What's up, buddy? What's going on, guys?
How are you,
everybody
Jay?
today?
Good.
Mike, I'm blessed for that.
Jamie, you got to turn the radio off in the background.
I'm sorry, I had you on the phone, which was on the radio, so I apologize. Is that better?
That's all right. Yeah, you got it. We're clear.
All right, thanks, man. Please, I'm not a first-time caller. I am a long-time listener.
It's all right. You're okay. You're all good.
Hey, you seem like this is the missing piece.
To me, it is. I did not expect that they would get as quality a closer as Duran. I thought they would get something a little lower level. But this, to me, really completes their bullpen.
Yeah, and they didn't really give up a lot.
They didn't.
They gave up a Kessler and Abel, and Dombrowski said he wanted someone who could, I think he's locked in until 2027. So, might
you look at it, I can't believe that people think they overpaid or they paid a lot. They didn't pay a lot at all for this caliber of player.
No, I don't. We often don't talk a lot about Kyle Long, the hitting coach. I know that one of his big projects, obviously he has a lot of relationships with some of the elders on the team when he was with the Nationals.
Yeah, it's Kevin Long. Kevin Long. Kyle's the offensive lineman.
You got it. You got Howie's son.
Yeah, correct.
But I was curious, his project with Marsh, none of our outfielders have an arm. I still believe they can win the World Series, but I think they have to. They're not going to play small ball. They got to hit. So having a closer is important if you're in a one-run game. I just don't feel confident that the hot team last year was the Mets. And that's another violation. That guy who called talking about the Mets.
Yeah, come on with the
Mets
Mets.
fan.
Yeah.
He just doesn't realize it. Poor guy.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see with the outfield. Maybe Kepler, now that he has a guy from a locker room that he was with before with the Twins, maybe they connect, man. I want Kepler to be a good left-handed hitter for the Phillies.
I'm not sure that Kepler and Duran would be buds, but that's just speculation.
All right, so big series. Do we take 2 or 3 since we lost 2 or 3 to the White Sox? Or they're Major League
I would think that 2 of 3 in a home series is imperative. You can't lose 2 series in a row here. So yes, I like them to win 2 or 3.
Now, where is Nola in the picture?
Nola is a couple of weeks, 3 weeks maybe from coming back.
So he's pitching now in minor league ball?
He's going to do did he do his rehab assignment up in Worcester?
I believe tonight he makes his
it's
rehab
Worcester.
start.
Tonight he's in Worcester with a rehab start.
Well, maybe he got all that third time through the lineup out of him.
Maybe that rest was good for him.
Talk to the psychologist.
I'm thinking. Listen, Nola's the 4th starter for me. So it doesn't. As far as the playoffs go, he would be my 4th starter.
So
and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Nola as my 4th starter. By the way, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't think. Oh, absolutely. I don't think he's the same guy that he once was, and I think you have to. Sanchez. We'll see how he bounces back. He's a pitcher. You can't pitch. Even Wheeler. Like these guys have games where they don't.
Yeah.
But I think that it's nice. It's probably nice to have a GM back you like that and say, hey, we're bringing the big closer in. We're bringing the kid in. And I can't wait to see how creative the fans get. They're going to have somebody in the stands, the Durant. Maybe there'll be long punk haircuts or something like that.
Yeah.
Thanks for the call.
All right, buddy. You got it, Jamie. Appreciate the call. All right, so in this series coming up, you got Ranger against Flaherty tonight. Ooh, boy, Saturday. Wheeler and Scooble. Woo! Dude! That game should be on ESPN, man. That's a marquee game. And then ESPN Sunday night is Sanchez and Melton. Wheeler Scooble should have been that Sunday night game. And then Luzardo as the lousy Baltimore Orioles at home. All right, let's just go through the sked here, right? You got 2 or 3 from the Tigers? Well, you're a little afraid.
Yeah, give me 2 or 3.
You're a little.
Tigers haven't had that great of a run over the last couple weeks.
They've been struggling.
Energy at Durant being here.
Orioles.
Let's go crazy.
Orioles for 3, but Luzardo against that Charlie Morton.
Take 2 or 3 at least, though. Who's left of the Orioles? Is Morton still going to be there by 6 o'clock tonight?
Probably.
They're just clubhouse clean out right now.
They are. All right, so you got 4-6, the next 6.
Oh, yeah. I feel it good, Mike.
Texas.
Give me 2 or 3.
Against the hot Rangers?
Screw it, man. They're not going to be hot against this team.
At Cincinnati?
They've been buying. 1 or 3 there. Let's be honest.
4 at Washington.
All 4 of them, Mike.
Give me all 4 of them.
All 4 of them.
Give me all 4 of them. The reports are that the Guardians have asked for the 3rd overall prospect in baseball from the Padres for Stephen Kwan.
So that prospect was the one that goes in the Miller deal. So prior to that Miller deal, they asked for that prospect for Kwan. So I would say, unless things change across baseball today, those that wanted Stephen Kwan, you will not be getting Stephen Kwan.
So who is the 3rd overall prospect in baseball?
DeVries, shortstop for the Padres.
So he went in that deal for Mason Miller?
He was the centerpiece of that deal. Leo DeVries.
I thought they had Josh Wilson. They went in
Jacob Wilson, yeah. They have him at short, so maybe they're trying to build a middle infield. I don't know.
Move him to second? All the good shortstops get moved to second base, right?
Hey. I feel like every prospect that's a shortstop in the minor leagues, you're at least assuming they're going to move somewhere. I think it's more rare for a shortstop in the minor leagues to not move.
I hear you. I said that because I was a shortstop get moved to second.
Oh.
That's right. You missed
See, you fit kind of the stereotype there.
I did. 610-632-0975 is how you come in. By the way, I've been watching this documentary on Billy Joel. I don't think people realize how many hits that dude had.
Thank you.
And now that I think about it, I would have to put him on a top 10 all-time big names in rock. We'll talk about that on the other side. A little respite from the baseball talk. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies get their flamethrower. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Yesterday, Phillies acquired closer Duran Duran from the Twins in exchange for prospects Eduardo Tait and Mick Abel. Duran has appeared in 49 games, securing 16 saves and pitching to a 2.01 ERA. Phillies made it clear yesterday that he'll be the team's set closer and that he completes their bullpen plans. In terms of offensive health, though, Dave Dombrowski did not shut that door.
Well, we're not done. So, we're not done talking, and the deadline's not over. We'll just see what ends up happening. I really don't know. They're tough to acquire, too, right now. So we have to kind of just see what happens tomorrow, really.
We'll keep you updated because tomorrow that he speaks of is today. We have all the latest for you on the Phillies, including tonight's trade deadline special here on the Fanatic. Kevin Cooney, that starts at 6 o'clock. He breaks down the deadline, what did happen, what didn't happen, and where the Phillies sit following the deadline. And in case you forgot, the Phillies played yesterday, so today they lost 9-3 to the White Sox. Eagles return to the practice field today in front of the media after a close walkthrough yesterday. We're 1 week away from the first preseason game, and we get our first taste of football, if you can call it football, tonight as the Hall of Fame game happens in Canton, Ohio. This update is brought to you by Extreme Experience. Extreme Experience brings real supercar driving to New Jersey Motorsports Park August 14th to the 17th. No experience needed. Book now at extremeexperience.com. That's Extreme Experience, both with an X. Space is limited. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
Philadelphia.
Oh, we're rocking Duran all day long because of this deal the Phillies made. I love it. But he's already got his walk-in song, and it's a kicker. And they should dim the lights when he comes in. They should make this a real production. We haven't had this with the closer coming in.
If they don't take exactly what the Twins did, I'm out.
Got to do it.
The fire on his name.
Would that be poaching the Twins, though?
That's what they traded Tait and Abel for. This guy and the entrance. All right? You gave up 2 of your top 6 prospects. You take all the intellectual property as it relates to his walk-in. Someone did suggest to the text line earlier that instead of the Undertaker bells to go with the Liberty Bell sound that they use for the home runs.
Okay. I'm okay with that. See, they got to do more of a production when it comes to this guy. I think it's going to be fantastic.
I can't wait.
All right, so I mentioned before the break that it's Billy Joel documentary. It's on HBO. It's really good. It's really in detail, depth. And I didn't realize, like, he had 43 songs in the Billboard 100. That's phenomenal.
He's incredible.
You're a big Billy Joel guy.
I am. So I'm glad that you've come to this side because I think we had this conversation before.
I've always liked him. I actually saw him in the early days when I was at Penn State. I went to a Billy Joel concert there.
Really?
Yeah, because that's when he was just starting to break through. But he's got the number one hits he had were "Tell Her About It," "Tell Her About It," "Still Rock and Roll," "It's Still Rock and Roll to Me." "We Didn't Start the Fire." I can't believe that's number one. "I Love You Just the Way You Are" was 3. "Uptown Girl" was 3. "My Life" was 3. But so many other hits. "Piano Man," "Allentown," "Big Shot." "It's Still Rock and Roll to Me," "Only the Good Die Young," "Moving Out." Littered with hits. The guy was amazing. He was a phenomenal piano player.
He is tremendous. He is amongst the artists that I've seen more than once.
You've seen him more than once, huh?
Correct. I saw him, I believe, at Citizens Bank Park, and I saw him at Madison Square Garden. And the Madison Square Garden show was one of my favorites that I've ever been to.
She's got a way about her.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, you got to see. You haven't seen this documentary?
No,
you
I haven't yet. I had someone that
pretty good.
knows how big of a Billy Joel fan that I am. That was like, I understand you don't watch a lot of things. If you don't watch this, you're doing a disservice to yourself.
Yeah, it gets really in depth, and the whole story of him in the early days with the band, and how this. Well, he was married. The woman he was first married to was Elizabeth. Managed him for a lot of years. They would sleep in a van, and they would move out to California. It's the classic story of working to get what you were after.
Mm-hmm.
Working hard to get it. So I would recommend anybody watch that.
Married 4 times.
Yeah, he had some bad luck in marriages. And then, of course, he had Christy Brinkley.
Yes.
The Uptown Girl.
Wife 2.
Yeah. She was 2?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the way I rank it. As far as bigness. Now, Beatles, Stones, Zeppelin, Who, U2. Pink Floyd, Metallica, Bruce, Billy.
Billy falls where? 10?
9.
9.
I don't have a 10.
You don't have a 10.
Bowie. Maybe.
That's fine.
Prince.
Oh. A lot of people be upset having him over Prince.
Beatles, Stones, Zeppelin, Who, U2, Pink Floyd, Metallica, Bruce, Billy, Prince. 10.
There's 10.
Did I miss anybody?
Well, I'm sure someone thinks you did. Text line will get me that.
Yeah, text line will immediately spring up. Speaking of text line, let's go back to it.
A lot of celebration on the text line today, which is good to see. A lot of people fired up about this deal. Problem is with people, it is the lineup. Lester from Coatesville, if we can't get a bat, would you be okay with at least 2 of the bottom 4 with your lineup hitting that way? I'm sure that they could use an upgrade there.
Where?
Bottom 4 of that lineup.
Well, yeah, because the bottom 4 of the lineup right now struggles, except Marsh is hitting. Marsh hasn't struggled. So that's down now. The strugglers are Kepler and Stott. That's about it, right? JT's not struggling.
No. Not struggling.
All right, you got 2 strugglers. Look at everybody else's lineup. You'll find two strugglers.
I don't think it's so much about the two strugglers, though. And it's just about what you've seen from these guys before. They have the ability to get hot. I just want the protection of a guy in this lineup that is someone I believe in. Like the two strugglers, sure, but I've seen extended stretches where Bohm comes back from an injury, doesn't have his timing down. That's a reality of what's going to happen in this second half. He's going to come back from an injury. If he doesn't figure it out in time, that's a right-handed bat I'm concerned about.
A lot of time to figure it out, though, right? My God.
Does he?
You got the whole month of August and September.
When's he back?
He's going to come back in the next week.
Is he?
Yeah. He's about a week away. He's going to be fine. No?
Mid
He's
to
with
late
the team.
August.
He's in mid to late August? All right, that's more than a week.
So, like, there's that. There's Castellanos who, like, we've seen him basically hit his way to them winning that NLDS in 23 and then go, 0 for 26 in that NLCS? Like, he's as streaky comes. He's consistently inconsistent. That's his thing. That's who he is.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
Like, that's why I just want to
I'm not fond of a couple guys in this lineup, but I got to live with them, and those guys could turn it around just as easily as they can go bad.
But that's
maybe.
the one thing that today could serve as. I'm not asking for Manny Ramirez. We got a texter here that's lock and step with you earlier. Lorena from Baltimore. Good average, solid pop, good fielder. Just do it, Phils. It'll make a
Laureano?
difference.
Yeah. Laureano makes a lot of sense to me. Let's go to Reggie, our traveling truck driver. He's currently in Wyoming. What's up, Reg?
Morning, Mike. Ray, how y'all doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
All right. Green River, Wyoming, where I'm currently. I'll be in Salt Lake City in a couple hours making this delivery. But did you say that Duran, as his new nickname, he averages 102?
Yeah, his fastball has averaged 102, yes.
Okay, so he's going to a few, as Dave Dombrowski said, a few ticks more than 104, 105.
Well, I know. I'm not really sure about it. Maybe he's throwing everything at 102. I've read 102 somewhere. I don't know if that was his peak or I thought it was.
Okay.
I read it was his average.
Well, does that maybe I'm understanding it differently? Does that mean he can consistently throw it at 100?
Yes. Well, he consistently can throw it at 100. I guess, and maybe he's going up. He's going up. Maybe he's going up to 102. That's what I read.
All right. I like that. That the move was because when I called in yesterday and I said earlier in the season, Dave Dombrowski was speaking as if with all the other teams' talent diminishing, there wouldn't be a move. So this is a good move. I'm on board with this move. And 102. You know, I can share a quick story with you. I've been up to 142. Are you interested?
You've driven 142?
Yeah, it was on a racetrack. Petty experience out on the Las Vegas.
I did that, and I beat you.
Yeah.
I got it to 150, bro.
Really?
I did that in NASCAR, 150.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I did it for my birthday. I did 18 laps.
Yeah, that was a blast, man. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, definitely a lot of fun.
Wow.
All right, Reggie, you got it. Now, okay, so I did that once as a promotion for a radio station at Nazareth Speedway, which is a very dangerous track. So they put you through a class, right? You got to learn how to, to work the controls, and then you put the suit on, and you climb it in NASCAR, and you got an instructor with you. And there's a light on the dashboard. When you reach the maximum speed, the lights up. So I'm a thrill seeker like that when I'm grounded. Like I would never jump out of an airplane. But when you're behind the wheel, you feel like you have control. You got the hands on the steering wheel and the shifter and the whole bit. So I get in the car and I wheel out on the track and I start to feel myself. And I'm flying. And I got bang, bang, banging gears. And I race it up, and I'm coming into the first turn, and the instructor apparently was banging on my leg. He said, you're supposed to look at him when he goes like this. He closes down his hand. It means slow up because you're coming to a curve. Well, he was doing that, and I wasn't looking at him because I was so focused on the road, and he started pounding on my leg, and I didn't feel it because I was so into it.
Oh, man.
And I got around the curve. I'm passing people. And at the end, he goes, dude, I was pounding on your leg to slow down. He started yelling at me. I said, sorry, man. I'm so in tune with the road here going 150. That was fun.
The adrenaline has to be kicking at 150.
Adrenaline was fantastic. Oh.
I don't think I could do it.
Really? I think you could. What if you're on a track, you're not. It's not like you're negotiating traffic. There was somebody else on the track that I passed, but they were in like the left lane, and you go wide and pass them.
See, I almost feel
it's like an open track, and you feel yourself. You can go as fast as you can.
I almost feel like the middle of Pennsylvania, like driving across where I know there's not traffic around me. I'd almost feel safer doing it there than do it on the track.
Really?
The turn concerns me.
Yeah, but the turn banks, and it's like the car takes it.
I don't know. I've never been inside one of those cars, so I guess I wouldn't find out.
It's fabulous. And my light, I hit it. It went on, the red light. I had 150.
You know how many times he hit you? Like, did he tell you how many times?
He said he punched me like 5 times.
Wow.
He punched my right leg 5 times. And I didn't feel it because I was so into it. 610-632-0975. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Now, a Birds Insider update on 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
1 week for the preseason. I'm Ray Dunn with this Birds Insider update. We are 1 week away from the Eagles taking the field for their preseason opener against the Bengals. The NFL schedule getting going today with the Hall of Fame game later this evening in Canton, Ohio. The Eagles, however, back out on the practice field today. They had a closed walkthrough yesterday. The media not having access to that yesterday. Today, the media back out there. Michael Clay, the special teams coordinator, spoke earlier today. We also got a chance to hear from Dallas Goedert amongst a number of things that he talked about today. One of those things being Cooper DeJean, his ability to play safety. That's a big talking point right now because that outside corner spot, something that we're looking at this defense. Could Cooper DeJean fit there? Could he fit at that safety spot alongside Reed Blankenship? Because right now Andrew Makuba dealing with an injury, not being out there. Here's what Goddard had to say about DeJean at safety.
Cooper's an incredible player. I think he could go anywhere on the defensive field and play. He's got that versatility. He does a good job at safety. He can cover ground. He's good to roll down, cover the tight end. He can play the middle of the field. I think it's just cool for him to be in different positions so he can just learn the defense even more and more.
We'll see what they end up doing in the secondary as Dallas Goedert very complimentary of DeJean at safety. I'm Ray Donald, your home for the best Birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Duran. He's in town, baby. This is, I'm telling you, I look at this deal and I just can't fathom that they pulled it off. I really can't. For those two prospects, I thought sure it would, for a quality guy like Duran, it would have cost them Justin Crawford or Aiden Miller thrown into the deal along with Abel. I thought Abel was going to go. And now they got their one guy. Now, a lot of people think, well, one guy's not enough. I think it's enough. I really do. I think the way they've straightened out this bullpen by getting that guy and pushing everybody else in the roles that are more conducive to them, I think it loosens the Phillies enough where the confidence will go to the lineup, and they'll feel a little less pressure here. When your pitching shuts down the other team, you feel a little less pressure. You don't have to squeeze the bat. It's like it's not a must for you to get a hit. Like you pass a baton and you go about your business. And I know the Phillies have had past failures, but that could easily turn around because it's baseball. And don't you think the baseball gods will give it to the Phillies this year after restricting them the last couple of years? Baseball guys, you know what? This is a year. You did the right thing, Dave. You got the guy. Now the offense is going to be loose. That's why I feel.
I hope the baseball gods are listening to you. I really do. I really hope that's the case. Watching the conversation about Diamondbacks and the Rangers, this trade deadline has reopened that wound of 2023 for me, that was the year they were supposed to do it and didn't do it. I have to be honest with that. Like, the fact that we talk about Gurriel, the fact that people talk about what the Rangers might do, that was the year, man. Makes me so mad.
I hear you.
Makes me so mad.
I hear you. It's a different year. It's another year. They got a legitimate 100-mile-an-hour closer. That's going to be so exciting, man. I just love pitchers that bump it. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
I hate pitchers that tweak. I love pitchers that fire.
I'm excited for the splinker to be something that this city's talking about. The combination splitter sinker that he has, that's just a devastating secondary pitch. And part of the reason why I'll be interested to see this team playing behind him, his ground ball rate is so high that we're going to be hypersensitive to every little thing in that infield and whether or not you feel good about that left side of the infield. Yep. People will be freaking out about Turner. People freaking out about Bohm, whether or not they're going to be able to defend behind him. But I'm just excited for this city to be, one, introduced to the splinker, and two, to see it in practice every single ninth inning.
I tell you, when you play behind a guy like that, if he's a closer, you just marvel. It's so much fun when a guy's just blasting people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we haven't talked about the Eagles at all. We got Charlie on hold. We'll get to Charlie in a second. But there was a prediction on the 53-man roster today in the Enquirer, and some surprises for me. Quarterbacks, not that surprising, except that Kyle McCord is going to make the team over Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Are you feeling that?
Yeah.
You are? Because of what? He was a draft pick?
Yep. I think that's strictly it. I think they drafted him. They're like, you know what we've done? Because now that Tanner McKee's the hot commodity as the backup here, well, look what happened with Tanner McKee. We could do it again.
All right.
When we end up deciding to move Tanner McKee.
He's been very erratic, though. He's been picked off a lot.
He's young, Mike.
All
We'll
right.
figure these things out.
Running backs, 3 running backs. Barkley, Shipley, Dillon. Okay. Van Sumeren's going to get cut, apparently. Wide receivers, 6 of them. A.J. Brown, Devontae, Jahan Dotson, Terrence Marshall Jr. has been turning some heads. Johnny Wilson and Avery Williams, which means Aeneas Smith cut. Elijah Cooks cut. You feeling that?
I mean, if the people that have actually been down there at practice are feeling that on the last 3 right there, Smith, I always thought was like, we're going to turn this guy into something, and I don't think they really saw that much in him last year, so wouldn't be surprised to see him on the outside looking in at this point. You've been in the organization long enough to show something. If you haven't shown enough, it's time to move on to the next person.
Tight ends, 4?
Yeah, that seems a little much.
Goddard, Calcaterra, Kylan Granson, and Harrison Bryant. E.J. Jenkins gets the Ziggy. So does Cameron Latu and Nick Muse.
Let's just pick one of the last 2 there. I don't need 4 tight ends in this roster.
Offensive lineman, 10. That's usually a number they carry. Defensive tackles, 5 of them. Carter, Davis, Ajomo, Ty Robinson, Thomas Booker. That seems normal. Gabe Hall gets cut. Edge rushers, 5 of them. Jalix Hunt, Nolan Smith will be your starters. Azeez Ojulari, Josh Uche, Antoine Powell, Ryland makes the team. Patrick Johnson, see ya.
That's why we have a practice squad.
Linebackers, 4. Vaughn, Campbell, Trotter, Mondon. Kobe Dean, designated to return. Will somebody get cut from that lineup after? Mondon go to the practice squad? If Dean's activated?
Nah, I imagine someone else is on the outside looking in.
Okay. Mondon will be a special teamer, maybe. Cornerbacks, Quinion, Cooper, Adoree Jackson, Keely Ringo, Eli Ricks, Mac McWilliams. Yeah, they're the guys that have stood out. So there's nobody else. Tariq Castro Fields gets cut. Safeties, 4 of them. Reed Blankenship, Cindy Brown, who right now look like he may be the starter. Makuba and McCollum, both of them can play. Nobody of significance getting cut there. And your specialists, the usuals. Jake Elliott, Braden Mann, and Charlie Hewlett, the new long snapper.
Right, because the long snaps were off last year.
There you go. There's the 53
fix Elliott
for your Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go back to the phones. We got Charlie calling from Temple. Charlie, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Charlie.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. Look, long-time admirer of you. Thank you for bringing some objectivity to sports radio these days.
Oh, thank you, sir.
So, 2 things about the Durant trade. I really, really love it. One, we gave up what we think is 2 good people, but we kind of found out what Mick Abel was. We thought he was good.
Mm-hmm.
We brought him up. He may not be as good as we once thought. So I'm not sure that that's as big a give as we may have thought. And 2, oh, by the way, I think what you meant to say last segment was the average is 100.2.
Oh, he averages 100.2. Okay. 100.2. That's my bad. That's good enough for me, by the way, on an average.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Likewise. Secondly, if you listen to Dombrowski today, he says, my bullpen's pretty much set. We got these 3 guys. We got Kirkring. We got a couple others. He doesn't mention Romano at all. So what I appreciate is he makes a move last year, sees a mistake, owns up to it, corrects it, doesn't even mention the guy's name.
Yeah, and I put Romano down on the pecking order to the 7th choice from that pen.
Absolutely. But I admire that they made a mistake. Sometimes people don't own it up. And they did. They had to spend a little bit, and we got a perfect fit, I feel.
There you go. Beautiful thing, isn't it?
So the Billy Joel.
Yes.
The Billy Joel documentary. I'm probably what I would consider one of the biggest Billy Joel fans. I've seen him 25 times in concert.
Wow.
Which might sound crazy.
Yeah.
I've actually met him in person in Philadelphia. But I learned so many more things about him from that documentary, especially the first episode, that I had no clue about. And it's enlightening, it's admiring, it's inspiring.
It really is. And did you see, obviously you saw the part where Ed Shockey, a former WMMR disc jockey, that conducted a live Billy Joel concert on WMMR, which broke loose and made people really they listened to it, and people came out of the woodwork to back him.
That I knew, and I knew Ed Shockey did it, and the key was it was Captain Jack.
Yes.
He kept playing Captain Jack all over, and he, at one point, only played Captain Jack in Philadelphia during concerts.
Wow.
It was this thing. They would hear his song sets everywhere else in the cities, in the country. They would never have Captain Jack, and he reserved it here for Philadelphia. Ed Shockey made his career at that point.
Yeah, he really did. It's a really interesting part. WMMR gets a little pub in this documentary.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
In the studio where he used to broadcast, too.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
That's really interesting.
Ed Shockey was a famous DJ here in town, and he's really helped the careers of both Bruce and Billy Joel.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch.
Yeah, check it out. 610-632-0975 is how you climb into the show. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. In the 1 o'clock hour, we got to go over Ray's memorabilia collection and what he needs to get rid of since he's moving into a new place. We'll decide that after this.
Now, on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies get their flamethrower. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports update. Yesterday, the Phillies acquired closer Duran Duran from the Twins in exchange for prospects Eduardo Tait and Mick Abel. Duran has appeared in 49 games, securing 16 saves, pitching to a 2.01 ERA. The Phillies made it clear yesterday that he'll be the team's set closer and that he completes their bullpen plans. In terms of offensive help, well, that's why the phones are still ringing today in the Phillies offices. Dave Dombrowski talked about that yesterday.
Well, we're not done. So, I mean, we're not done talking, and the deadline's not over. We'll just see what ends up happening. I really don't know. They're tough to acquire too right now. So we have to kind of just see what happens tomorrow, really.
We'll keep you updated all day long with what happens today with the Phillies, including tonight's trade deadline special with Kevin Cooney starting at 6 o'clock right here on The Fanatic. We'll break down the entire deadline from the Phillies' perspective and at large. And in case you forgot, the Phillies played yesterday, so did they. They lost 9-3 to the White Sox. Eagles returned to the practice field today in front of the media after a close walkthrough yesterday. We're 1 week away from the Eagles' first preseason game against the Bengals. Tonight is the Hall of Fame game, so you get your football fix. This update's brought to you by Dairy Queen. It's officially Miracle Treat Day at DQ. Head over today because $1 more from every Blizzard treat supports local Children's Miracle Network hospitals. DQ, happy tastes good at participating locations. I'm Ray Dunn in your home for the best birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
12:57, Mike Missanelli Show. Yeah. It's Duran. It may be pronounced Duran, but I got it right from the horse's mouth, right? I got the pronunciation right from the guy himself. I called him up, and here's what he has to say. Are you ready? Okay, here it is. You hear it? Did you hear it? Hold on a second.
I did.
Let's go back. My name is Joanne Duran.
Joanne Duran.
Right, there you go. Oh. Whoa. Well, some soprano stuff popped on.
Well, in that case, some of you didn't hear it.
I'm sorry about that. Oh, God. That was Paulie Walnuts. Said something in the background.
Those suggested videos after you finish one on Twitter are always an adventure.
Mi nombre es Johan Duran. There you go. So that's the way we're going to pronounce it from now on. Johan Duran.
Johan Duran.
All right. I want to hear from in the 1 o'clock hour. We'll start the 1 o'clock hour with Dave Dombrowski and Rob Thompson talking about, because a lot of people have questioned today whether Rob Thompson is going to do the Rob Thompson thing and match up guys like he has in the past. And both Dombrowski and Rob Thompson say, no, I don't think necessarily we have to do that. So we're going to go through a litany of Dave Dombrowski quotes on this deal and also some Rob Thompson quotes. In the meantime, let's go back to our text board and see what the people are saying.
All right, a lot of people chiming in on the need for a bat here. We got Mike checking in. Phillies have scored 3 runs or less in half of the last 30 games. Watching Bohm or Casti in another playoff spot makes me ill. I'm so tired of watching a 6'6" slap-hitting third baseman. Just please get me a guy with some pop from the right side. Move Bohm, Stott, Marsh, whoever, to be creative.
Listen, I like pop too, okay? And I wish Alec Bohm was more of a power hitter. But he does not hurt you with the bat. He just doesn't. Now, I don't know what it's going to be like when he comes back, but I kind of like their lineup except for a couple spots. And second base hasn't hit, left field has not hit. And that could be a problem. But guys like Bohm, I don't worry about. I think he's going to hit. He might not hit to your liking, but I think he's going to hit. Yeah, is Castellanos always in danger of a slump? Yes. Is he a disciplined hitter? No, he's not. But he's also had a decent year. And when you look at the averages, they're averages, even though, I put those numbers out yesterday with Jason Stark in the last part of this year. The Phillies offense in the last 40 games, 6th in runs scored, 5th in OPB, 3rd in OPS. Hey, that's not chicken feed. Gotta have faith.
Who's providing that?
Who's providing what? Harper.
Last month, Harper, Schwarber,
right.
and hey, Realmuto's had quite a month.
Continue to provide it. That's all I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. But I think it's just kind of ignoring the fact that there are still problems with this lineup.
You're a negative Nelly.
I'm not. I'm telling you, I want the lineup to be improved. It's not negative Nelly. That's realistic.
You're a sky is falling type of guy.
I'm not.
Things in the past haven't worked, but now they're not going to work again. I don't know, Ray. I'm a little more optimistic, and I'm the most miserable person on the face of the earth.
It's a realistic thing to look at the shortcomings of the profile of these hitters and to say that the last couple of years have shown you things in the postseason they could be exposed to.
I choose not to.
Okay. That's fine if you don't want to look at it.
I'm walking around with a feather in my cap.
And you should walk around excited today about Durant. But I want to see them get a bat.
I'm hungry like a wolf. It's the 1 o'clock hour. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. You're listening to WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, Beasley Media Group Station, broadcasting live from the Kincade Business Studios, powering possibilities. All right, let's hear from Dave Dombrowski on this deal. And the first one I want to go is that he says, and he has to say this, but he's laughing behind the scenes. He's saying he paid a tough price. This is Dave Dombrowski 1.
Well, I mean, we like quite a few closers, or quite a few relievers. There weren't very many available as time went on. Some other organizations decided to not make some moves, so we just thought he was the best guy out there, really, is what it came that was available to be acquired. A lot of clubs have been talking about if we were going to acquire their closer, that they were asking for Andrew Painter. We decided that we weren't going to trade Andrew in this trade, and so we felt this was a deal that we got a dominant closer for a tough price. Two good players, but something that we think where we are makes sense.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Breaking
no.
sports
Oh,
news
no.
from
What?
97.5
Breaking
The Fanatic
sports
and
news.
97.5 The Fanatic.
Is it the Phillies, Ray?
It is the Phillies.
What?
Jeff Passan reporting the Philadelphia Phillies are finalizing a trade to acquire outfielder Harrison Bader from the Minnesota Twins, sources tell ESPN.
No. What? Why? So what are they going to do? Are they going to platoon Harrison Bader with Kepler? Is that what the purpose is?
I don't know how many games he's played in center field this year. I mean, that's been a position for him in the past.
Is he going to be the regular center fielder? And does he profile as the starter in center field? Or are they going to have? Is they platoon him with Marsh?
He could play one of the right-handed sides of either of those platoons. I would say this probably puts a wrap on the whole Kepler thing.
It probably does.
Which I welcome. He's got a dozen home runs on the season. He's got an OPS just shy of 800.
What are we talking about here? Are we talking about Harrison Bader platooning with Marsh in center field?
They could do that if they decide to bring up Crawford and move him into
bring
left
Crawford
field.
up, and then Harrison Bader and Marsh platoon in left?
Or Crawford ends up in left, and they have those two in center. I mean, this gives you the opportunity to move on from the Kepler experience. Bring in a guy that's had some pop from that right side this season. He's been more consistent at the dish than Kepler.
I hate Harrison Bader.
Why?
I really do, because he can't hit. He's had plenty of opportunities and plenty of teams to hit with, and he never hits.
Except for this season, where he has it.
What's his average? What's he hit?
258. 50 points higher than what you get from Kepler.
All right, 258. What kind of power numbers?
He's got a dozen home runs.
All right. I see he's been talked about for so many years as a guy that's going to be a breakout player, and he never has been. Starting with the Cardinals, they peddled him. The Yankees peddled him.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around. It's not that he hasn't been around.
Yeah, but I don't like 5-team guys.
He's in his 30s at this point.
I know. That's underwhelming for me.
Well, you said they didn't do anything.
It's not a good enough bat for them. He's a right-handed hitter. Now what's the picture here? Does that mean Crawford comes up and plays center field and they platoon Harrison Bader and Marsh and they DFA Kepler? Or does that mean Harrison Bader becomes the platoon guy with Kepler and they're no longer the Otto Kemp experiment? And Otto Kemp just becomes a utility player with Sosa? What does it work here?
In the immediate here, they still need someone to play third base for Bohm. So that should solidify Kemp's place on this roster.
Okay. But
Weston
once Bohm
Wilson
comes back, he'll be a utility player.
Yeah, he'll be a utility player.
Okay.
Weston Wilson still exists.
Weston's gone.
Kepler still exists. So that's probably where you're looking at the edge of this roster right now. If you wanted to say, all right, we're demoting Wilson, we're DFAing Kepler, Bader's here, he becomes a part of our outfield immediately, and Justin Crawford, welcome to the show. That could be where we start talking about tomorrow.
Otherwise, it's underwhelming if you're now going to platoon Marsh and Rojas and platoon Bader and Kepler. That's underwhelming to me.
But you said
it's not a good enough bat.
Did they need a bat in your eyes,
I'm just commenting on this particular deal. It's underwhelming to me. Now, am I satisfied they got the closer? Do I think they can still contend? Yes, I do. But if you're going to ask me to comment on this deal, this is underwhelming. 'Cause we talked about other bats.
Yeah, Loreno would have been. I would have preferred Loreno to this. So when we go back and say what could have they done at deadline, if it were me, that would be the way I would go about this. Trying to get the return here for you to try and figure out what they gave up to get him. I'm seeing a couple people saying that it's an outfield prospect and a pitching prospect. I do not know where people are getting that from, but if I could,
all right, we'll have it by the end of the show. Meantime, let's take a break. We'll come back because the one thing I do want to address is whether Duran is going to be in that role as the closer, or is he going to be in a role where they mix and match? The Mike Missanelli Show continues right here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
We want to hear from you.
bit. Come on in, fella.
Que nadie me aconseje.
Give me 100.
Que estoy en romo feo. Feo.
I love the Trump in the background. Let's rock, baby. Johan Duran. Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, Harrison Bader. They just acquired him. That's all well and good. I think he stinks. I'm not a big fan. He's a good defensive player. I get it. He's been a miserable offensive disappointment everywhere he's been. So don't expect him to light it up, bat-wise. His career average is, let's see, career batting average is 243. On base percentage career 309. Slug 397.
I'm sorry. You spent the last 3 hours telling me I can't look at past performance for this team to justify what they will be in October.
Dude,
I'm looking at what this season's been for Bader, and he's been better than what they've had in the outfield.
This is his sixth team. He disappointed. Every team he's been with, he's been disappointing.
And he has been disappointing for the Twins. They just traded him because they're out of it, and someone sees him as valuable.
12 home runs, 38 RBIs, 10 stolen bases, 27 walks to 81 strikeouts.
He's got 778 OPS.
That's a lot of Ks, man.
Look at this lineup.
All right, I just don't expect much from him. That's all I'm saying. That's not the bat. If they were going to get a bat, that's not the bat I thought they'd get.
No, Lorena was...
But see, now I'm a hypocrite because I said it didn't matter what bat they got because I still think they're a contender right now. So if the move is now to bring up Crawford and play him every day in center field and you can platoon Harrison Bader and Marsh in left, then I guess I have to be okay with it. Because that's a better left field output than you were getting from Kepler. Right?
Yeah. It's better. Their outfield, you talked yesterday with Jason Stark. What, 30 home runs from their outfield all season?
Yeah. All right, let's go to Dave Dombrowski again. And let him talk about the players they gave up for Duran. Dave Dombrowski, number 3.
Tait's a really good prospect. For us, the one difference is he is down the road a little bit, but he really is a good player. And, Mick, we like a lot. We think he's ready to step into big league rotation. I think that really, in talking to Derek Falvey, their GM, quite a bit over the time, and we've been talking to a lot of other clubs, too. The difference is Mick, I don't know if they're going to put him right in the rotation right now this time, but he can't, and it wouldn't surprise me if they ended up doing that. But I know they know he's ready to pitch at the big league level, and that's a difference maker. They had a lot of interest in Duran, so for us, having a player that was ready to pitch for him made a big difference.
All right. Giving Duran the closer label. Now, I know a lot of people are spooked out there because Rob Thompson hasn't really done that. He's a big matchup guy. Like if a left-hander, 2 left-handers are going to come in the 9th inning, he's going to save him for Strom or Alvarado. But Dombrowski's the general manager, and here's what Dombrowski had to say about it. This is Dave Dombrowski, 11.
Because he's good enough, really. He's legitimate. He's a legitimate closer. And we talked about it beforehand that if we got him, he'd be our guy. So, and then it does help in the sense that he can mix and match around. He gets lefties and righties out. In fact, his average, righties don't hit him. Their batting averages, their OPS is not very good at all, but their batting average for lefties are just amazing how low it is overall. And so he gets lefties and righties out. The one thing they told me, they said, don't worry, he'll pitch. If you wanted to use another inning, he would. And Rob Thompson said, well, we're pitching him in the 9th. He has also pitched multiple innings at various times, too, but I don't think we're getting him for that purpose.
Okay. Now, let's go to Rob Thompson, the manager, who's the man who makes those decisions. And here's what Rob had to say about that. This is Rob Thompson, 3.
Well, he's had that role, and he's been really good at it. And you can get both left-handed and right-handed hitters out. So, now you've got a lot of length in that bullpen.
Well, he didn't exactly say that he gets the closer role. Did he say that?
Well, he's had that role.
He's had that role.
Really good at it. And you can get both left-handed and right-handed hitters out. So, you've got a lot of length in that bullpen.
Is there a crack in the armor there, right? Is he still going to Rob Thompson it?
I can't imagine he's Rob Thompsoning that.
Why wouldn't he say, we're giving him the ball?
I don't know what the exact phrasing of the question leading him into it was, but he says...
Well, he's had that role, and he's been really good at it. And he can get both left-handed and right-handed hitters out. So, now you've got a lot of length in that bullpen.
That doesn't sound like it's declarative.
I don't know. It's the question. Dave Dombrowski said that you're going to have him as your closer. Is that something that you would look to do?
We don't have the question.
That's been his role.
Yeah, we don't have the question. But he didn't say definitely he's going to be our closer. He leaves a little wiggle room. That's at Rob. He's crafty.
I tend to believe that the front office has way more of a hand in the decision-making process of the manager than we like to let on or we like to believe ourselves. If Dombrowski's telling you he's the closer, I think those orders go right down at the dugout, and I don't think that there's going to be much question.
I don't know. I still see a scenario. 2 left-handers are coming up in the 9th inning. Strami.
Oh, if he hasn't used Durant, the one thing you'd be concerned about is having him come in early to a game to close out a fire. That would be the thing I would be more worried about than him not using him in the 9th.
Now, Rob Thompson did comment on Strom and Kirkering. So let's hear Rob Thompson 4.
I think the 2 main setup guys would be Strom and Kirkering. And you mix and match with them depending on what pocket you're in. In 6th inning, you've got a bevy of guys that you can use.
Okay. So that says he's going to mix and match there.
With Strom and Kirkering.
Strom and Kirkering. Setup guys. That's what he said there. Does that mean, I don't know, I'm just trying to read into this.
I think you have a tier system here. 9th inning, that is Durant. 7th, 8th, they're going to mix and match Kirkering, Strom. Maybe another guy works his way in there. If Strom's pitch, maybe it's a Banks day where he gets in there. If they like what they're getting from Robertson, maybe he sneaks in there for an inning or 2. But those 2 guys fit into the firm 7th and 6th inning guys of those 2, potentially Romano, and take your pick of guys that are still on this roster.
I guess when you go back in time, when they brought Romano in, they did give him a chance to be that closer guy, right?
Yeah.
And he just failed at it.
Correct. He did not.
So, like with a guy like this, I can't imagine that they would try to. That would be distasteful if he used him in the 8th and used Strom in the 9th.
Yeah.
For left-handers. I wouldn't like that at all. All right.
If they gave Romano one of those entrances at the beginning of the season, for some reason I felt like he had one of those entrances at the beginning of the season. I know he had one in Toronto, but the Durant one's just going to be incredible. Yeah. They have to take all the stuff they did in Minnesota for him and just bring it right here.
All right, Ray, I know you're moving.
Yes.
And you've got a Trevor trove of gadgets and memorabilia and the knickknacks and trinkets and such. You're having a hard time deciding what to throw away and what to take with you to the new joint?
It's just a funny collection of things I continue to find.
What is your, let's go quickly over your collection, and I'll try to give you some advice.
Well, this is more, again, the random that I found. Ben Simmons jersey.
A Ben Simmons jersey. Not only would I not keep that, I would lighter fluid that.
Okay, so that's one of the burning jerseys.
In front of your stoop.
Okay.
That has to go.
I already threw out the Ben Simmons jersey that I had.
Okay.
That's gone.
Wise.
Michael Carter Williams jersey.
Burn that too.
That thing's continuing to stay with me.
That's got to go.
I wear that to pick up anytime I go play pickup basketball.
No.
Absolutely.
That's got to go.
No, that stays.
Michael Carter Williams has to go.
Nah, it stays. Got him a first
round
pick.
Then why are you asking me here? That's got to go. Why people look at you funny when you wear that?
Absolutely. And then when they watch my jump shot, they're like, oh, yeah, that actually fits for why he's wearing that jersey.
Well, then you want to change the whole landscape around and get yourself a Grimes.
All right.
Yeah, you got to get yourself a Grimes basketball jersey. There we go.
All right.
What else?
On top of this, the Phillies home run hat from, I believe, 2021 when they were doing the sombrero.
Oh, keep that.
I am keeping that thing.
You got to keep the Homer hat.
It does take up a lot of space, though. It's a big sombrero.
All right, you got to keep that one. That's a keeper.
One that I know you're not going to tell me to keep that's absolutely going to stay with me. The combination, signed bat, signed card, John Mayberry Jr.
Oh, please, perish that.
That will be on display at the new apartment.
Perish that. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. John Mayberry, Michael Carter Williams, what are you doing?
John Mayberry Jr. is the namesake of my fantasy baseball team.
Get
My friends have made it a
Get
game.
rid of that stuff.
Anytime they see anything John Mayberry Jr.
Oh,
related,
he was
it makes
such
it
a
win.
mutt. Such a mutt.
I would take Mayberry in this outfield as the right-handed bat right now.
Oh, stop it.
Platoon that man.
What else you got?
On top of that, a TJ McConnell. Remember the Grout Fit, the Rocky-themed City Edition jerseys?
I don't. I don't have any recollection of that at all.
I'll take a picture and send it to you.
You're asking me about TJ. Did you even have to ask me about that?
No, but I wanted to build up to it.
Well, TJ's a big star now. He made a lot of money. He made $100 million in the game. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it as a reminder that even a white dude who can't shoot a jump shot can make $100 million.
That's a good point. I should wear that one to pick up.
Exactly. All right.
Ricky Batalico Fanatic T-shirt.
Get rid of it. Totally trashed. You got Ricky live every day. You don't need to be reminded of when you go home. All right.
What was there was one more. Oh, Phillies team. Roy Halladay. I don't know where this came from. It's like a plush toy. Roy Halladay.
You got to keep anything Halladay.
Yeah, I know. I have to keep it.
You got
that one went quickly into the keep bin.
Okay.
But as I continue to unearth things, I'll continue to bring them up to you because it's weird the amount of crap I have.
Yeah, come on, Michael Carter Williams.
I'm keeping it.
We have John Mayberry Jr.
Oh, that's going on display.
610-632-0975. They got Harrison Bader. They got Johan Duran. How do you feel about both acquisitions now? Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies make another deal. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies made another deal here on deadline day. The Major League Baseball trade deadline is tonight at 6 o'clock. The Phillies came into the day saying they would still field calls for a bat, and they appear to have found the bat that they wanted, acquiring outfielder Harrison Bader from the Minnesota Twins. In exchange, the Phillies are sending a pair of prospects out to the Twins. It will be one of their young, here we go. What do we got here? Two prospects going their way. It'll be Henry Mendez, the outfielder, and righty Jeremy Vioria. Vioria down in the Dominican Summer League, a 16-year-old player, and Henry Mendez is their 12th ranked prospect right now. That is the deal to acquire Harrison Bader, the right-handed bat outfielder that has been with the Twins this season, has a 778 OPS on the season, known for his glove, and this season has actually had a bit of a bat, a dozen home runs for him. He fits into the outfield now. This, of course, happening after the Phillies acquired Johan Duran yesterday to be their closer. That appears to be the two moves at the deadline for the Phillies. We'll keep you updated if anything changes with that. This update is brought to you by Dell Technologies, the new Dell AI PC with Intel Core Ultra processor to help you fast forward through your busy work, leaving more time for you time. Get yours at Dell.com/AI PC. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
Yeah, Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5, The Fanatic, 127. You got a thunderstorm warning that's coming through here. Is it raining yet?
What?
Is it raining? Yeah, a severe thunder. I guess got an alert. Severe thunderstorms are heading this way.
Oh.
In effect until 8 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, what's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been out of this studio a little bit, so I don't know what's happening out there. Ricky just popped in. And Ricky, if you're still out there, tell me is it raining?
Yeah, give us the weather report here.
Please, Ricky.
Let's go.
It's good to see Ricky. I hadn't seen him in a few days.
It has
Over
been a
at
while.
NBC
Ricky's been at the studio there.
Yeah.
He's back in with Colarulo today.
Yeah, he had to sit through that whole rain delay at the studio.
Yeah, Bill's promo that caused us to look closer at the pronunciation of Johan Duran. Duran, yes, but he actually says Duran.
That's why Ricky was in here. We're trying to
figure it out.
Trying to get it right.
Yeah, well, I just played where he said it.
Don't play it again.
I'm not.
Don't play it again.
I'm not going to play it again. I'm just saying what he said.
I know.
He said Johan Duran.
Duran.
All right. Whatever it is, I like 100.2.
Yeah.
That lights me up. I like that kind of a velo.
By the way, Brandon's saying it's dark out. It's going to pour soon.
Yeah. So yeah, and the idiot that I am, I always make this mistake of cracking my windows because I don't want to get in my car and it's like a sauna. So I crack my windows a little bit, and invariably, when I crack my windows, a thunderstorm rolls in. I am cursed that way.
That's not
and
good.
Then I drive home with, as we say, wet ass.
This has happened to you recently.
It has. Wet ass is not a condition that you want because, it can lead to diaper rash. It's not good.
No, that's not good.
No. All right. Mike Tannenbaum. I don't even know why I want to mention this because I like who's Mike Tannenbaum? Why would I care what he says? But I don't. I give up. I give up with these idiots that are on television that are trying to make a name for themselves to try to say something outlandish. You have a recording of what he said about his top 5 quarterbacks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is Mike Tannenbaum, former general manager of the Jets. Now he's on ESPN. This is who he says are the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. NFC, sorry.
Jordan Love, guys, all the ability in the world. We talked about him over the last couple of days. Matthew Golden will now be in number 1, so you're going to take a good offense and make it great. Jaden Daniels, to me, on the verge of being a superstar in the NFL. I'm assuming Terry McLaurin will be there at some point. Jared Goff, we got to give him his due. Still great led by Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta. That Detroit offense will still be good. And then the Super Bowl champ, Jalen Hurts. He's someone that, he's beaten Patrick Mahomes and outplayed him in the last 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. I know you guys are going to agree. It's a rock-solid list.
Did he scoff? Did somebody scoff in the background?
Seemed it.
Well, who was his 5th?
His 5th was Baker.
His 5th was Baker Mayfield.
So that was in order.
All right, so now you love Jordan Love.
He's not my number 1 in the NFC.
Those 3 guys, Love, Daniels, Goff. You put them over Hurts?
No.
Do you put any of them over Hurts?
No.
No. You can't make a case that maybe Goff. Daniels is a comer. There's no question. But you can't put him over Hurts. Why is everybody putting him over Hurts now? It's just a routine to show how smart you are. Look at this. I know the game better than everybody else. I have the wisdom because I put Jordan Love as the number 1 quarterback in the NFC because I have a trained eye.
Which is also hilarious. He's number 1 because he got this receiver. I thought the whole reason that we can't put Hurts at number 1 is because he has too much help. The justification is Love has all the tools, and now he's got this receiver.
Oh, man. Swear to God. By the way, Johan Duran will be in tomorrow available, I guess. Will he be available?
In town tomorrow.
He'll be in town tomorrow. Does that mean he'll be dressed?
Better be.
Close out the first game against the Tigers?
On Jimmy Rollins' night?
Who he's pitched against before? Why wouldn't you use him?
Tigers, to be specific there.
Yeah.
I know, but I said it was Jimmy Rollins' night, and you followed up with it. Who he's pitched before? You were referring to the Tigers. I don't want the person out there to think the man's been around for a decade.
No, not Jimmy Rollins. Against the Tigers. I mean, So tomorrow is the ceremony. Jimmy Rollins deserves it.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Ed Wade, listen, I have respect for Ed Wade. I'm not so sure that should be a wall of honor, but that's just my opinion. All right, 610-632-0975. You want to climb in today? It's a very exciting day, man. We got some text on Harrison Bader, who I think stinks. So let's he's going to be one of these guys that I groan. He's a groaner. Like I see Rojas hit, I see Harrison Bader hit. I'm going to groan.
If Bader takes Rojas' job,
it's the same groan factor for me. Can't hit.
Really?
Yeah, he can't hit.
Wow, I didn't think that this was.
Listen, he's been passed around now 5 times. 5 times.
Okay.
It's not going to hurt him, but I don't think it's going to help him. What are the texts on Bader?
Well, you're not alone, Steve from King of Prussia. I hate this Bader trade. I was feeling optimistic when I got Duran, but Dombrowski, it's spelled D-U-M, Browski, trades for the same stiffs all the time. Kepler, Hayes, and I'm tired of it. Why can't they find someone that makes a damn difference?
Well, listen, I think his idea to trade for Hayes was a good one. And I think Hayes has shown that, when he got healthy, that he's he can contribute. He's had a really good year. Kepler, I don't know, Minnesota just gave up on him, so that should have been a red light. And 5 other teams have given up on Harrison Bader. Like he's irrelevant to 5 other teams.
What's the Twins' value in keeping him, though?
I don't know what their value in keeping him is. I'm talking about acquiring him. Like, what do you expect to get out of Harrison Bader? Like he is a reminder of guys that you've gotten that have been mediocre.
Just going through who's given up on him, where he's been in his career, and all these things. He was at the Mets last year. The Mets have Nimmo. They're going to go out there and get Juan Soto. Are they really tying themselves up in signing Bader over the offseason?
I don't care, but what they're tying themselves up with. I'm looking at whether he can help them now, and I don't think he's going to be a big help.
When you say he's been around to different teams, there's reasons why he's been around to different teams.
The reason why, because he's failed. He came up as a highly touted prospect, and he's failed. That's why he gets passed around. Why else do you think he gets passed around?
I'm explaining to you why he's been passed around.
Go ahead.
He leaves the Twins because the Twins don't have any use for him after this season. The rest of the year, if they could get something for him, they might as well get something for him. They don't have any use for him. He leaves the Mets because the Mets are going to upgrade their outfield with Juan freaking Soto. You're not going to waste your time bringing around
He hit
Bader as a fourth
246 with the Cardinals, where he was supposed to blossom. He hit 237 with the Yankees. He hit 236 with the Mets. And this year he's hitting 258. Cincinnati, by the way, there was a stop in Cincinnati where he hit 161.
It was a disaster there. For 14
He
games.
stinks.
For 14 games. He had a bad 14-game stretch in
He's
Cincinnati.
like Austin Hayes.
Right, and Austin Hayes is a trade.
What do you like about this guy so much? You brought Harrison Bader up a few times.
I brought him up once in Let's Fake a Deal.
Let's fake a deal. You like Harrison Bader.
He was partnered with Griffin Jacks. That was what was so amazing about him at the time. I don't mind Harrison Bader.
All right.
He's better than what you have in the outfield right now.
I don't want to get obsessed with Harrison Bader. It's really irrelevant.
No, you're not the only one. Everyone's upset.
Compared to everybody's upset about it?
Yeah, Bill from Hamilton Square loved the deal for the closer. Not as much hater. It feels like the same bad hitters we always get.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it's going to remind people of. All right. Again, it's not going to hurt. Will help? Probably not. 610-632-0975. Uncle Frank is hanging in there. We'll get to Uncle Frank after this. And your call. You want to come down the home stretch. Historic day. Phillies make a big deal that I did not expect them to make. And I think with this deal, they now can viably get to a World Series. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Previously on Unfiltered.
Show 97.5 The Fanatic coming down the home stretch. Get in your comments before we get out of here today on the big trade that the Phillies made, and they're probably done at this point. They got Harrison Bader from the Twins, and they got his teammate earlier, which was the big trade, the big closer. 610-632-0975. Let's go to Uncle Frank in Westchester. What's up, Uncle Frank?
Huevo, mi amigo.
Oh, well.
También tequila, muy rápido. Let's go. Wait, I got more.
Yeah, good.
Nosotros.
Esté atento a los juegos artificiales. Esté atento. What?
Tenga y manos de piedra. Duran.
My hands of stone, Roberto Duran.
Atta boy. Atta guy. This guy. Oh, by the way, Michael, I'm giving Bill's Club a break today. I do have more ammo.
Oh, you do? Give me some Bill Club ammo. I like to hear it. Go ahead.
I was going to do... All right. Well, they employ a full-time small game warden.
They do?
Obviously, there's a lot of critters run around that track. But, and I know this for a fact because I've seen them do it, raccoons bury golf balls. They've done it on my property over the years.
Really?
So they need a trapper, trap the raccoons. You got to keep flying on.
Wow. They save money over it. They save money over Bill's course. Instead of having the green superintendent put new holes on the green, they let the gophers do it. Boom. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I don't get it. All right. So, I was going to say, you have a debt side to lay ish off for a couple weeks without pay. Good Lord. I want to see how this moves. Anyway, did you suspend him, or is he still calling?
I'm sorry, what? Yeah, Uncle Frank, I'm having a hard time hearing you. You got a bad connect.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
You have me or no?
Yeah, we got you. Go ahead. What did you say? Yeah.
All right. No, I said, but you have to do a debt society and suspend ish for a couple weeks without pay.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing him.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about suspending Ish.
Oh, you're suspending Ish. Oh, is that what that was? Yeah, Ish has been suspended. He's on secret probation.
Nice.
Yeah. By the way, I was in Westchester last night. I was hanging out in Westchester at my favorite Westchester restaurant, Limoncello.
Oh, I know what it is. Good word. Oh, shoot. Go ahead.
Uncle Frank's going goofy today, right?
Yeah, I think Uncle Frank might have broke it into the Matt Elf
think
stash.
so?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand Uncle Frank today.
I don't know if he knew
Usually
what his phone was.
He makes a salient point. Not today.
It sounded like he was talking on like a watch. Like he had the Apple Watch like extended from him on a little chair.
I had a helmet once. I had a mask on it. So you could sound like a spaceman. Steve Canyon astronaut reporting. That's what he was on today. Let's go to Matt in Newtown. Matt, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, Matt?
Michael, how are you, sir?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm going to sound like a broken record and hang up if you want. But first off, I called a little while ago, a couple of weeks ago. Wanted arms. I know you wanted arms, so I got to give kudos to Dombrowski for getting a valuable arm.
Yes, sir.
Kudos to you, for doing the job.
Mm-hmm.
But you have now, after dropping 2 or 3 in Chicago, you got 8 weeks to figure out your core. Stop arguing about the payroll with the commissioner. Figure out how bad you want to win in October, and put the onus on the most lovable losers I've ever seen, and make them earn it. Go beyond expectations. Now the roster's set, and go do something.
You mean go out and win?
Yeah, win the whole effing thing.
Well, as they said in Major League, right? Yeah, I mean, listen, I think they are a contender to do that right now. That's how much I think that guy impacts this team. So, yeah.
There was no one at this juncture that was going to – I know it was Kepler. We have corner outfielder. You got 1 through 5 who's making a lot of money, who has gotten away with murder the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Go earn it.
I hear you. Now, there's going to have to be a couple moves. One, what are they going to do in center and left? Now that they got Bader, how are they going to play this out? Will they make him the regular center fielder as a right-handed bat, and will they platoon then? They stick Marsh in left field and platoon him with a Kemp and release Kepler. Like, I don't know how this plays out, or will they make Bader the left field platoon with Kepler and have Marsh be the center fielder with platooning with Rojas still?
But even more important than that, maybe I'm going to teach Castellanos not to hit the first ball that comes across the plate. Or I'm going to teach Bryce to have better vision early in the count. This is the stuff I'm working. I don't give a crap about 7 through 9.
Yeah.
I care about 1 through 5.
I hear you. I got you. But see, here's the thing.
And it's driving me nuts. They get away with murder because they're marketable goofs.
What do you mean they're marketable
They're
goofs?
driving me nuts, Michael. Because we got a franchise that's content with good guys. It's a fun. I needed someone in the locker room to start breaking souls and get this team moving because they don't have that.
No, they
They're
don't.
likable losers. They're all friends. They go do hibachi together. Their kids are the same age. It's like summer camp. Nick Castellanos' sons he
hasn't,
all over the place.
He
Bryce
hasn't.
Harper's sons all over.
Come on, Matt. You sound like a miserable. All Major League Baseball players have their kids running through the clubhouse. That doesn't mean they're soft. You know, we haven't seen or heard from Liam in a long time, though, right? He's kind of quelled that whole thing, hasn't he?
That was a big question I had about the whole commissioner thing. Was Liam in the clubhouse for that one? Did he watch Nick Castellanos break up Harper and Rob Manfred?
I don't think any kids were in there at that.
I don't know, man.
No, that was a serious meeting. They were going to have kids in there.
Hey, you just sit back.
I'm trying to figure out why some people in the media are outraged and why Bryce Harper should have been suspended because he said, if you want to talk about salary cap, get the F out of here. Like, what? I don't understand that. What, did he jack him up and stuff him in a locker? No. He just said something, and he was sticking up for his Players Association. So what was the big beef that he should get suspended about?
I have no idea why it's been such a big problem to people.
Certain people in the media, he should be suspended. See, that's just a hater. That's just like, let's knock down Bryce Harper. He's a star player. Let's knock him down.
Yeah.
Make us look better.
I don't know. Do you think you're doing a service to any partnership you have with Major League Baseball? Or a service to having that person around?
Listen, if Rob Manfred suspended him for something like that, then Rob Manfred is soft.
Oh, and then you have I think the Players Association has a grievance. Because wouldn't he not get paid in a suspension?
Yeah.
If he got suspended without pay, then...
Yeah, listen, anything short of a physical assault. Now, you can say that threatening words are an assault. I get it. But, come on.
He said get out of the clubhouse. He didn't say I'm going to knock you out.
Get the F out of the clubhouse. Without the F, it's a little more timid.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that he said that to him. He didn't say get the F out of the clubhouse or I'm going to break this chair over your head.
Well, we don't know. He might have.
I feel like that would have been reported.
Think so?
I feel like if he added the whole physical assault thing, I feel like that would have been a little bit of a bigger story.
Huh.
Apparently, it's a massive story because Dan Patrick's embarrassed. Stephen A. thinks he should be suspended. Mad Dog's still yelling somewhere right now about it.
You know who leaked it? Eric Gordon. I think he was in there. All right, let's get back to our text board.
Text board right now has moved on to what this team now looks like. And I think this is a big conversation for tomorrow. The texter here, I wish we could have gotten a major bat, but I sleep at night knowing Bader is better than Kepler and Dub. And then a number of the texts that we've gotten since then are, what does this outfield look like now with Bader? Basically, they should DFA Kepler, they should demote Rojas, they should send Weston Wilson back to AAA. Everyone's now trying to play GM in terms of managing the 26-man roster following the Bader trade.
All right, let's look at this one here because I think this works for me. Crawford in center, Bader, Marsh, platoon, and left. We don't see hide nor hair anymore of Rojas or Kepler. You down with that? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. Scenario 2. Marsh, Rojas continue to share center field. Bader, Kepler share left.
Nah, I'm good.
Well, that could happen, though. That's the solution. Marsh, Rojas, Kepler, because they're afraid of Kemp being out there. Kepler would platoon with Marsh. Kepler would platoon with Bader. And Marsh stays in center with Rojas.
Yeah, I like the first
Sosa platoons with Stott.
Yeah, I'm good with that the rest of the season.
3 platoon areas.
It's not so much the platoon that has me wary of, or I guess is the reason why I would pick option 1. I just think there's a reason that Crawford's still here. I think they believe that Crawford's part
ready.
of the plan.
Think he's ready?
I think they think he's ready.
Well, that would certainly be a refreshing change if they brought up Crawford, and then Kepler's out, Rojas is out, and they have Bader and Marsh platooning in left.
Let me run you through scenario. 2 lineups, your right-handed and your left-handed lineups.
God.
If Crawford comes up and they do the Bader and Marsh platoon. So against right-handers, Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Bohm, Casti. I think that's your 1 through 5 in general. Marsh, JT, Crawford, Stott. And then lefties, Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Bohm, Casti, 1 through 5. JT, Crawford, Bader, Sosa.
Okay.
You get Kepler out of there. You're no longer against lefties throwing Rojas out there because he's a right-handed bat. You get Bader, who's a solid defensive, really good, actually, defensive outfielder. And you get the infusion of energy from Crawford, and you hope Crawford's something.
All right.
And all it takes is DFAing Kepler and setting Weston Wilson down.
I'm going to have to be okay with that.
All right.
All right. By the way, the 2 guys that were in the trade, Henry Mendez, Jeremy Valeria. Ray, you're right. The Dominican Summer League he was in. They signed him at age 16. How could you trade for a guy who's 16? Seriously, how? That should be a violation.
Mike, when he was born, Joe Blanton was a Philly.
Seriously, that should be. You shouldn't be able to trade a 16-year-old kid. Poor kid doesn't know his rear end from a hole in the ground.
He was born.
Traded. He signed the Dominican Summer League with the Phillies. They went down there and they signed him underage, and he gets traded.
He was born August 2008. 2 weeks into his life, Matt Stairs
the Twins
was
see
sent
something
to the
special
Phillies.
into that kid. I'll tell you that. He's 16. Come on, how many of these kids that you sign at age 15, 16 work out? They never work out. They're not even done growing.
Brett Myers had completed his trip down to AAA and come back in the 2008 season when he was born. He didn't live through that.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening today. It was a great reaction day. We appreciate all the people that called in and texted. People are invested in their Phillies, especially now that they got a 100-mile-an-hour closer. Oh, man, that's like they played my heartstrings with this deal. Stay tuned, because Unfiltered is next. We'll hear from a real-life closer. Let's see what his thoughts are, and also Bill. It is the Mike Missanelli Show. Have a great rest of the night. Talk to you tomorrow.